and welcome back to the Harbingers D&D stream. Or, well, technically not, but also we are so excited to have you guys back on our stream tonight. We are happy to have you guys here, both on Twitch and on YouTube. So as you guys are piling in, we just want to announce that tonight is session number 1 of 3 of our special scattering event. And we're here joined by none other than David and Becky from Tomes of the Chaos Bard. We are so excited to have them here with us. If you guys want to introduce yourselves real quick and give us a little bit about Tomes of the Chaos Bard.
Yeah, so I'm DM Dave. I'm the DM of Tomes of the Chaos Bard, a family-friendly podcast with original songs and music. It's a world that I have created with my players. It's a homebrew world of Keleth, and it's about a little town. They try and solve problems in the town, and eventually they uncover bigger problems that go on in the entire land. And they are followed by a mischievous Solemn the Chaos Bard who is always pulling pranks and trying to make a story, trying to guide these people to stories. So that's our little blurb of it.
I love that. That's awesome. Like, honestly, guys, please go check out their podcast. Also, sorry, Becky.
Oh, no, you're fine. So, yeah, I'm part of the Tomes of the Chaos Bard. I play some different interesting characters on there that are always chaotic. And I keep David on his toes, and that's basically what I do. So, but yeah, we've been friends for a long time, and I'm really excited to be here and do this with everybody.
Well, we are so excited to have you guys here. Thank you so much for introducing yourselves and introducing Tomes of the Chaos Bard to our channel. We are so excited to have them here, and to have you guys here playing Chiso and Tlachtga. Like, I'm pretty psyched about this. So, for other announcements, we've also got another guest star here today, which is Kobe Ross, which you guys have seen him in the background of my video a couple times. But it's my husband. He's awesome.
Yeah, that's me. I'm awesome.
Yep.
Can confirm.
Captain
yes,
Awesome.
I will second that motion.
Yes, we are so excited to have them all here today. In other news, this is going to be a 3-part event. So we will be joined by Tomes of the Chaos Bard, David and Becky for 3 sessions, and Kobe. And this will be taking place in our normal times to when we generally do the Harbingers. So that's going to be 6:30 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time every Friday for today, next week, and the week after. So the 17th, 24th, and the 31st. So be sure to check that out to watch the scattering event. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be super fun. Without further ado, I'd like to hop into kind of talking about what's going on in the world before we jump straight into the story. If everyone would be willing to come with me on a journey. Just staying here. But also, hi Dane, we love you. You're in the chat. I see you. You're awesome. Anyways, so in the world of Kalimdor, right now what's happening is there is a war between the demons and the dragons. And it's been going on for a very long time at this point. The dragons ruled this world of Kalimdor. And right now, well, the demons are coming through these elemental portals to try and take over the world for their own, to make it their own world. And instate Prince Gilfa, leader of this demon clan, coming in as the rightful ruler to this world. But in the process of this war, they're destroying the lands around them. People are getting hurt, and, well, the landscape's also changing. And don't really want that to happen. We want to protect Kalimdor. We want to save these people. Because of the dragon's reign and because of the demons coming in, humanoid races haven't been able to get much in the way of kingdoms and towns and everything. Most areas have been regulated to small villages with dragon lords ruling over them. And as such, humanoids have always lived under the thumb of the dragons. But with this war that's been happening, a lot of people have been getting hurt. And here we are joined by our 6 adventurers who are here to share their story as to how they saved the world of Kalenver and brought a new era of peace. If everyone would like to go around, we'll go around, and everyone, if you could introduce your character to our audience here today and give a little bit about them and what they look like, if you would. We'll just start around. I guess we'll start from the bottom of the screen and go up. So if Greg, if you want to start off, and then we'll go Sierra, Kobe, Megan, Becky, and David.
Okay, perfect. So I guess I will start. I will be playing Caecian Balvaris. He is a high elf of the okay. Let's start like this. I'll describe what he looks like to you. So Caecian has short cut hair with colors ranging in his hair from yellow to red, almost like that of fall leaves. Caecian was born with markings on the lower half of his face, from the center of his cheek down to the bottom of his chin. They're green of color. His eyes are a rich yellow tint that glisten when the sun hits just right. He's a lean elf who is very dexterous, and originally being a painter by trade, he has brought his people to safety and is now attempting to leverage the demons to leave this land alone and to give way for a new era of peace. Caecian is let's see, for a little bit of context, I believe he is a member of the Unsealing Court, which in terms of our current campaign, he would be in the Winter Court. So there's that. But that is Caecian.
I was like, okay, I'm ready to take notes on everybody else. I was all excited. It's me. Awkward. Okay. So, Sierra, of course. I'm playing Mona Windward. She's a human cleric of Junipass, specifically more on her comforting side, peaceful side. Yeah. She has emerald eyes, has white, short hair, with a single braid in it, and she also has some magical tattoos right underneath her eye. Yep, she's pretty cool. She serves the Gold Dragon, who is the leader of the Calamity Creed, and his name is pronounced, we're laughing because I struggle with this, is Farouk.
Farouk.
One day, Sierra will get it right.
Yep.
Mona always pronounces it right, okay? She's shy and reserved, but is absolutely obsessed with her niece and nephews, and they're her complete world. So, that's Mona.
Love this. Alrighty. It is now Kobe, your turn.
Yeah, so I'm going to be playing Torna, who is also a part of the Calamity Creed. However, he's not in charge. Torna is part of a specific group of dragons tasked with finding an end to this conflict between the dragons and the demons. And to that end, he's been working with the rest of this party in order to gather some certain magical artifacts. He doesn't have any hair to speak of, unfortunately, so no hairstyle to describe, but he does bear some very noticeable markings on his scales, carved runes that seem to be carved into the scales themselves, and he has a piece of jewelry, an earring, that he keeps with him at all times.
Alrighty. Now, Megan, your turn.
Hello. So I play the Eladrin, if I'm pronouncing that right. The Eladrin, Rosanhi. She goes by Rosa for short. She is part of the Caecian court. And if we were going with current Harbinger's campaign timeline, she would be a member of the Spring Court. She is a sorcerer who mainly experiments with wild magic. So this is going to be really fun to see how this goes. Everything that she has learned, she is now giving a trial by fire. So any results that she gets, they have not been properly tested.
Okay.
I think that's the best kind.
Yes. Yeah.
Alrighty. Becky, your turn. You're up.
Okay. My character's name is Tlachtga Oakleaf. She's a fairy druid. And with the D&D, they're not tiny creatures, so she's about the same size as like a standard gnome would be. But she definitely thinks that she's bigger than her size, for sure. She's got a serious attitude and doesn't think that anybody is quite up to par to her standards, and never will be unless you are Fae. Because that's just a normal Fae thing. She has like strawberry blonde hair that has like highlights of yellow kind of running through it, as well as some purple. She's got some fairy wings that are both yellow and purple, and her eyes kind of mimic that same purple hue as well. And that's what she is.
Okay, awesome. And last but not least, we have David's character. I'll let you introduce him.
Yeah, well, my name is Chiso Hearthwater. He really enjoyed going into these little adventures, right? He's kind of new to this adventuring stuff, but he has had a lot of experience going through all this. He has made several friends in this little party, and he's really enjoyed getting into kind of the details of everybody's life. But he is so excited to get rid of all these demons, right? These demons have caused so much headache around here, and he really wants to, toss them out of this land. And then maybe we'll focus on the dragons, but we're still iffy on those dragons, yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love this. I am so excited. Alrighty. Well, now you know a little bit about our characters. Let's hop right into the story. And if you guys have any other questions for anyone throughout this, please comment in the chat. We love you guys commenting. So, also for those of you who are new to the game, oh, I gotta scroll down. We can't let you guys see all this stuff. If you guys are new to the game, to watching Rosemary PG Studios here, Just know that you guys, as the audience, have the power to influence the story. So you guys can actually put comments in the chat if you think one of the players did a really awesome job, maybe an awesome move or an awesome roleplay moment, and you think they deserve some DM inspiration, you can give it to them. You can give them DM inspiration whenever you want. I can see David getting really excited about this. And
So excited.
yeah, it's really fun when it happens. And yeah, if you think something is super awesome or should be in the story, just message it in there and we'll see what happens. Last time we were playing, someone really was talking about having them be corgi wolves, so they became corgi wolves. So you never know what will happen. Okay. So from your guys's, where you guys are at, I will bring you to the map we are currently on. So, we are at the very bottom of this map, just so you guys know. You're gonna have to scroll down. Down to the very bottom. Okay. Also, loving the cat. So cute. Okay, alrighty. So as our group of adventurers have finally come together, during this time they have been in search for ancient relics that hold great power when combined, as their goal is to ultimately be able to rid this world of the demons. And it's mentioned that Torna of the group has figured out a way, or at least has an idea of how to end this, of how to get these demons away. And through this, they need these powerful artifacts, which are tokens. Tokens of the Harbingers. And the Harbingers are, thank you for your subscription. The Harbingers are these magical unicorns that are representative of a divine attribute. And during this time of them all traveling together, they've been collecting the tokens of each of these harbingers. That the harbinger of charity and love, the harbinger of faith, of diligence, of humility. There's virtue. There's 9 of them in total. And at this point, you've collected all but one that you need. The harbinger of knowledge. You must find her and gain her tokens so you can ultimately free this world of the demons. Now, you've heard wind of where she could be located, and you've finally tracked her down to this mountain, like, cave system. And once you made it through this cave system, it actually opened up to a beautiful forest. And this is kind of strange to you guys because the forests, a lot of them have been burned and destroyed by the demons, and yet this one is beautiful and intact. You just know for sure it has to be the Harbinger of Knowledge's influence in the land around her. So you guys have come out into this area, out into the open, this beautiful forest, and you can begin your search.
Okay.
You'd think a place like this would be more visible from the sky.
I'm sure our fairy friend can fly up a little higher to kind of scout things out.
Well, more that dragons would have seen it by now, but it's...
I forget that you folks can fly.
They wouldn't know
Magic
what they were
is just-
looking for.
You're normally just sitting there on your horse and everything, you know.
Right. I do know a few, what do you call them, homebodies?
Yes, well, let's see. Let us continue on kind of this northward, westward thing, I believe.
Yes, we.
Yes, we might as well begin exploring.
All right, let's go forward. So, one question for the DM.
Yes.
As we were finding all the other harbingers and whatnot, has there been like certain clues to be like, oh, we're getting close to said harbinger, so we could be looking for something?
It's been different for every harbinger you found. Is that for some of them, you've been able to kind of see the evidence of them there. For example, with patience, there was evidence of like hooves in the murky mud that you guys had to travel through. Others, there was this feeling of energy. For you guys, like in this area, this seems very unnatural to have this beautiful like opening, and the woods seem very lively here. You see animals, deer and rabbits, just kind of scattered about, going about their day. You see some doves, swans in the pond up here near the top. And it's just this beautiful area that you see. So you know how sorry, I just read Lady Nora's comment. That's what made me laugh. So you can kind of see the evidence of magic and of just this positive, beautiful nature look. So you know that there is evidence of her here. You just have to kind of look around. As this area, when you look around the whole bit here, let me see if I can zoom out for the audience to see, is that you notice that everywhere around you, around the edges here, it's surrounded by thick trees that almost feel like you can't go through. It's like the only way, like the way that you guys came in seems like the only way out. So you can assume that there's some sort of puzzle here. And from your experience with the other harbingers, you know that there's got to be some sort of puzzle, maybe related to knowledge, that is somewhere around here.
Well, I think me being a water djinn, I think I'm going to go search around the water, see if there's anything unique or different about it. See if there's, test the flavor of it, see if the HP's okay, see if there's any knowledge I can get from that.
Love it, love it.
Well, best of luck.
Hey! Okay, so I'd like to do, so like I said, me being a water genasi, maybe get an idea of what kind of water it is, maybe that is kind of different than other locations have it, and see if glean something from it.
Yeah. So if you could roll, for investigation for me.
Cat.
Oh man, that would be a
So
4 for me.
A 4.
Oh,
Yeah.
This water just reminds you of home. And it's been a long time since you've been home. You feel the presence of Wei in the back of your mind. As she also longs for the ocean again. Longs to return back.
Okay, he'll kind of like pause for a minute, and he's like, "It's just as salty as this is home." Well, I guess since it tastes like home, maybe that is a clue.
Side note, Emily, you might not have seen, but Melody Wolf said to give Chiso inspiration for just existing.
Oh, I
Well,
didn't
thank you
see
so
that.
much.
You know what? Yeah, let's do that.
We'll start off.
We'll start off, Chiso. You get inspiration for
Let's
existing.
go.
There we go.
Oh wow. Okay.
Let's go. Well
and,
done.
And Roxy Bird is saying, can we give Tlachtga inspiration every time the cat comes into view? You know what? If the next time the cat comes into view, she will get inspiration. I don't know about every time, but how about the next time?
Wait, do you have like treats or something you might be able to like bribe? Yeah.
I do, but he just walked away.
Oh, I see. I see.
He'll be back. He's a
Good.
camera hog.
There we go. So you have temporary possible inspiration there.
Sweet.
I love that. Okay, there we go. I got the multi-stream back to working again. So we should be able to have both YouTube and Twitch showing up on the stream now.
Good.
Cross our fingers. Alrighty.
To be clear, DM, you said essentially it's all blocked off by these trees. They're trees, you said?
Yeah, so there seem to be trees all around in this very big opening, this meadow opening.
Okay. And the only way in and out was where we just came in through, correct?
Yes. And you
Okay.
know that it cannot be the way you went out.
Okay.
We just came from there.
Yeah, you just came from there. So there's got to be something about this meadow.
Hey, Tlachtga. Do you think you can go around and like check out these trees? Maybe there's something mysterious about them. You're all naturey and love your nature and stuff. Maybe they're a little different.
I feel like I should be offended right now.
Why do you say that? Like, you're a fairy and you love your druidiness.
I mean, I was
Wow.
going to presume the same thing as well. If it does have to do with some form of intelligence, perhaps recalling something about the area surrounding us will give us a clue as to where she is.
I would offer to take flight, but it's a little cramped in here.
All right.
Yes, I have
Fine.
seen that you've gained a little poundage, yeah.
Oh,
Caecian
She's
just kind of
so
like,
That's not
like,
nice. We
puts
don't
up a
say that.
hand.
Oh, that was inappropriate.
Yes.
I,
Say you're sorry.
I apologize for that. It might be a little water weight, which I could help you with the water weight, but it, I apologize for insinuating that you couldn't fly because of your weight.
Thank you.
And he'll turn to Tlachtga and like do the thumbs up, like, I did it.
Pinched my nose and say, "Good job, buddy. Good job."
Mona has a slightly horrified look on her face. And she just walks up to Tlachtga and she's just gonna gently pat her shoulder. This is something you guys have seen her do many times, and when she does that, she's giving guidance.
Good. Yeah, Caecian's just kind of like stifling a laugh a little bit.
Oh gosh. I'll go ahead and take flight.
Alrighty.
What do my Fae eyes see?
So as you kind of fly around the area, can you roll perception for me?
Sure.
And if one of you would like to, you can roll Arcana.
Caecian, your knowledge of magic is very well. You're very well versed in magic. Would you see if there's anything going on here? I can smell it, but only faintly.
I got an
I
18,
suppose
by the
I
way.
could-
18.
suppose I could think about it.
If you
I'll
want, you
try
can
to
also
tune.
add a d4, because I gave you guidance.
You, as you're kind of... Oh, wait. I guess I'll wait for the D4 addition.
We're good. 22.
22. Okay, nice. All right, so as you're kind of flying around, you notice something up to the corner, top left corner over here. So you can point that out to everyone else to kind of like come over here and take a look as you spot something red.
Oh, I'm rolling with advantage. Hold on, let me fix that. It would be really nice for that to be the roll I rolled, but
So I'll kind of swoop down and let him know and point towards the direction and let him know.
Okay.
What I saw.
Alrighty. And you guys can move your tokens around. I was just bringing them over here so I could zoom in on the area. Okay. And you got a what for your Arcana?
a 20.
20. Okay. Dirty 20?
Yes.
Okay. Alrighty. So as you guys are kind of coming up on this corner, the first thing that you guys notice as you guys are coming in is you notice that there are, from what Tlachtga noticed as she was kind of like swooping around, flying around the whole area, is that there were a couple drops of, as you get closer, what looked to be blood that's staining the grass. Just a little bit, not like a ton, just a little bit, like someone might have been cut here. And with your 20, Caecian, you are kind of looking around in this area and you notice that one of the trees, this tree in particular, looks to seem a little illusory.
Okay. Caecian will like kick up a branch off the ground as he walks up, and he's just kind of gonna move the branch through the tree.
And
See if it passes through.
it does pass through.
Seems there's an illusory entrance here.
Now, why would the tree be illusionary?
They're trying to hide something.
Intriguing. But I think since this kind of looks like blood, maybe. Hey, cleric Mona, why don't you? Blood's kind of your thing, right? You like healing and stuff. Maybe there's something you could do from this, possibly.
Okay. She seemed a little like shocked of being called out. She's gonna go. Can I use medicine?
Yeah, you can use medicine as you investigate the blood.
Okay, I'm gonna use medicine.
It's closer to the door, so I'm going to move you over there. It's right about in this hex here.
Oh, how do you fix that, Craig? Ah.
Oh yes. So if you go into your character sheet,
Okay.
there is the core bio and spells. Then there's a gear. You click
Yep.
that gear. In the top right box, it's like the second thing down. It allows you to change it from always rolling advantage to toggling it to query advantage. I like to have it as toggle because then I can easily switch between them.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Do that one again.
Yeah, it was very sad. I got a natural 20 on the Arcana check, but it was with advantage, so I had to fess up and fix it.
That's a 19 for medicine.
Okay. Alrighty.
And then actually, she's gonna give herself guidance, and I'm gonna add a d4.
Okay.
Yay. D4s.
22.
22. Alrighty. With your 22, it's good you gave yourself that guidance. With that 22, you recognize this not as human blood. You actually recognize this as it seems to have come from some great being. And from your investigations into books you have read, into the knowledge that you know, it actually seems more like the blood of a sphinx.
Have all of the harbingers up to this point been unicorns?
Yes.
Okay. That's weird.
Mhm.
Mona's gonna stand up and she's kind of like tapping her fingers together. Well, it seems to be sphinx blood. Yeah, it's kind of weird.
See, I knew you were the right one for the job. But what is the Sphinx doing way out here?
Perhaps the harbinger of knowledge. Not that they would be a sphinx, but that sphinxes are fond of riddles, a type of knowledge might have been drawn here.
Yeah. It would be logical.
Okay.
How fresh did the blood look?
It looks very fresh.
Just nervously gonna look around and also be like, well, if there is a sphinx, it's very fresh, sir. Yes.
Thank you. Yeah. So I'm getting that maybe as the Torna has mentioned that they like the riddles. So maybe this illusionary tree maybe possibly could be something that it's hiding in? Question mark?
There is only one way to find out.
After you.
Caecian kind of bows just slightly. He lets his stick drop to the ground and then he starts walking through.
Okay. You can open the door, as I have made it door.
Haha.
And you see what you see. Are you all passing through?
Yes.
Okay. All right. You pass through, and it opens up into this beautiful grotto here. Surrounded by trees on all sides, you see there is one tree that does seem to be fallen, slightly scorched on the sides of it. There off at the end of this grotto, there's this beautiful white pillared gazebo that has just this beautiful statue in there, as it seems to be a fountain. Water spurting out of the hands of this statue and pouring down and filling into these beautiful pools below. There seem to be other small little domed buildings around as well. And from the little one that you can see over here, there looks to be lots of pillows are all scattered about on the inside of them. Off to one edge of this area, you see what looks to be a very magical, glowing, bright glowing magic basically coating this archway here. And most notably, right beside you, there looks to be a gynosphinx that is currently sprawled out on top of a rock, bleeding from several cuts on her body, and looking to be prone. Not unconscious, but prone. As there's kind of, her injuries look to be very great, as she weakly gazes at you all and starts to growl lowly.
Oh dear. He'll, Chiso will, pull up hands of like, we mean you no harm. We could be of aid.
We're seeking the harbinger of knowledge. Are you a friend or a foe?
I am no sorry. I am no enemy to the harbinger of knowledge.
Mona's
Are
gonna
you?
cast Healing Word.
Ooh, okay.
She just like, it's very quiet. Well, no, almost anyone could hear it unless you're standing right next to her. She just lets out a little squeak. What it is.
As you cast Healing Word, and how much are you going to heal her for?
Let's see. It is. Not much. I rolled terribly.
Oh no.
It's gonna be 4.
4? Okay, that's okay. You notice that like one tiny cut on her paw seems to kind of close up. Now that you think about it, it looks more like a paper cut in that sense, but but you managed to heal a little bit. And you see her still very like weakly as she's staring at you all. Her whole body's just laying on this rock, and she's staring at you guys, half just her head all tilted and everything. She says, "The fiery ones came into the grotto. They followed her into the library."
Point. Which way?
She kind of looks at you blearily and kind of points her nose off towards the magical barrier. As she doesn't seem to be able to really lift her paws or anything, or even her wings at all.
So Chiso, like his hands are still up, and he'll just, "May I approach?"
She nods, but does not say anything.
So he'll slowly, climb up the rock, get to the Sphinx, and he'll go, "I am a paladin, and I do have some healing powers, and I'd like to bless you with some healing, if you don't mind."
I will allow it.
Okay, so he's gonna do lay on hands,
Okay.
and he's actually, let's see, he's got 70 points. We're gonna pump in 50.
Okay, dang, alrighty. You heal her 50 points. That's a good chunk. So now she's at 54 health total, or I put that in the wrong spot. Or, well, not total. She's got a little more than that. As you bring her up to 54 health, hold on, sorry, I just need to make sure that Becky's token has sight real quick. It does have sight. So
You may have to scroll down very, very far. I had to scroll down very, very far.
yeah, it's like really far down. Try like zooming out and like scrolling really far down. I mean, you can see two-thirds of the map right now. Or at least should be able to see.
Yeah. You can scroll through by holding right-click on your mouse and dragging.
No, everything's just black, but that's okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sad.
It's okay.
Wait.
It doesn't show that you're actually in the...
That's right.
Let me exit and then go back in.
Yeah,
Advantage
probably try
is
exiting
available.
and going back
It's
in.
so close. The inspiration is so close.
You can hear the
Yeah.
Sphinx.
Yeah, let's say those are purrs from the Gyno Sphinx.
That's hilarious.
I
As
love
the
it.
Sphinx regains 50 HP.
You have made her happy.
It's a lot of HP to
yeah.
heal in one go.
As she has a little bit of strength, she kind of seats herself up slowly, And you notice that her hind legs are still like kind of dragging behind her, but she's able to prop her 2 front legs up and stand tall. Her wings are still slumped, but they're raised higher than they were before. As you turn to the, as she looks towards you, she says, "Thank you. Now, normally, I'm the gatekeeper for the Harbinger of Knowledge. And there would be riddles to pass, but I don't think there is time. And you healing me is worth enough to go help her. Both of you."
It's with my pleasure.
Now, please, if you can make it through whatever shenanigan portal they've conjured up there and go help her, that would be much appreciated.
All right, we will waste no time. And Caecian will begin walking.
Okay. Alrighty.
Torna's walking along with the group, and he seems to be kind of muttering about, "I wish they made doors bigger."
It's a shame.
Now, you mentioned that there was one tree that was kind of fallen or burnt. And we can kind of assume that that was from one of the fiery ones, as the thing said.
Yes.
Something we recognize.
Yes, so it'd be this fallen tree down over here.
As Chiso is kind of walking past it, he just wants to... I don't know if there's... And this is a DM question, and maybe roll an investigation for it or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Is there, like, different chars to the demons? Like, a lesser demon would have a lighter char, where a more stronger one would have a deeper burn to it?
It would depend on like the power level. So you would know that a stronger demon would have a lot more char. Yeah, probably. And this looks, at least on this like little tree, along the edges of it, it seems to have light char, but down at the base, there seems to be a very strong char.
Hey, we must be wary because this tree, it seems a little more charred than the other ones that we've seen in the past. At least from my perspective. Tlachtga, you might be able to identify a little better.
I'm like crying at this point looking at it, by the way. For real life.
Just
Rosa's gonna just come over and give you a little pat on the head.
Thank you for not hugging me.
Okay.
So Caecian's going to come to the portal. They said that the library was through the portal here, or
Yes,
rather,
through this
that is
portal.
where they headed.
That's where the library is.
Okay, and that's where the Harbinger was chased.
Yes.
Okay. Again, Caecian, he looks towards the portal and he's like, again, I do not believe it would be wise to spare much more time, especially if the Harbinger of Knowledge is in danger. The threat is current. Tread carefully, but quickly.
Yeah, I agree. We must not dawdle.
Is it just like a magical pathway, Emily, that's ahead of us?
What it looks like is a big archway covered in runes, and there seems to be this big bright light magical barrier that is blocking the path of you guys passing through it.
So Mona's gonna reach out her hand and touch it. Is it actually blocking us, or is it just bright magical light?
As you reach out to touch it, it burns you.
She lets out a little squeak. It just
What
shows her hand
happened?
to everybody. She doesn't even say anything. She just shows the burnt hand. And I'm like, pull it back. Pour some water on it.
Oh goodness, this is a predicament.
Alrighty. What would you guys like to do?
Maybe I can try and figure out how to shut off the burning. I'll give it a look.
Simply turn off the fire.
Just turn off the fire section.
There's a
I mean-
breaker reactor somewhere.
If we got to go through here, perhaps there's a rune I can cut or something.
It doesn't seem, as you're kind of like investigating it, it doesn't seem like the runes around the door are connected to this, like, pathway.
On just a base level, could I maybe investigate to see if a dispel magic would get rid of this flame barrier?
If a dispel magic would get rid of it? Yeah,
Yeah.
you could try it. What level are you doing your dispel magic at?
I wouldn't be able to cast dispel magic, but Caecian would point out that it is possible that dispel magic would have an effect on it. As you know, I cannot cast that, but if one of you perhaps is able.
Unfortunately, I never learned it, but fire doesn't scare me. Torna's gonna walk into it.
What was the name of the spell you were giving again?
It was dispel magic. Oh, sorry, you guys were talking with each other. I thought you were asking me. You walk through it.
Yeah.
Okay, you are going to take. I don't have my dice on me. I guess I'll just roll here. You are going to take 11 points of fire damage.
0 points of fire damage.
Oh my gosh, that's right, because you're a red dragon.
He does not care. We hear sizzling as
Maybe
dust
the switch
and
is on the
debris
other
burns
side.
off his scales.
Let me
Chiso
go
was
check.
like, Chiso would like raise a finger, be like, I do know dispel magic.
Can I do an Arcana check on the fire to see if it's like magical or not?
Yes, you may. I would say, regardless of an Arcana check, you can tell that it is like magical fire, and not like regular fire.
Okay.
You do notice that Torna does pass through the passageway, and now you can see what's on the other side.
I don't know if they
Oh.
can.
Well, no. He can.
I can, yes.
He can.
Oh,
Can
okay.
I speak to them? Can they hear me? Or is it silent through the door?
You could try.
Torna's like, definitely felt like magical fire.
You can hear him.
You can't hear me. And
Well, what do you see?
it seems our mutual enemies are here.
Mona will cast Dispel Magic.
Alrighty. What level?
Don't like that you're asking that. So,
While this is happening, Torna like cracks his knuckles and is like, I'll get started. As he's gonna morph into his dragon form.
He's gonna go dragon form. Alrighty. So,
fourth level.
Torna's gotta go into that size, right?
Yes.
As you are now giant dragon.
I'm just gonna whisper show off.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to roll initiative for me.
19.
Okay, Torna, you got 19. Okay. Going to add a turn for this dude, and he will represent all the dudes. Okay.
All the demon dudes. All the demon dudes.
Alrighty. Whoops. Wrong button.
Torna, do we just need to be more resilient?
I just need to be an idiot.
As his voice is kind of shifting as he's enlarging through like changing back into a dragon, but he responds.
Where's the board?
He responds saying, like, "It would certainly be convenient, but it hasn't seemed to work before."
I have a picture in my head all of the past attempts of Chiso trying to become resistant to fire through sheer force of will. Just repeating in my mind.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
Maybe
If
if I
everyone
try
else could
harder.
also roll for initiative, just so we can get everybody on the initiative tracker.
All that happens is I turn into vapors. Ah.
Ways like, darling, you shouldn't be trying to be resistant to fire.
Yeah,
Your
that makes me
water,
a
you
little
could just put
gassy.
it. You could just put it out.
I didn't think of that. Well, could you assist me?
Maybe I can. Bearer.
Thank you.
Okay. Let me just make sure everybody in here gets added to the lineup. Okay. So Becky, David, Greg, what'd you guys get for? Or Becky, you already put yours in. We just need David and Greg to put in their initiative.
Entered.
Alrighty. Greg, what'd you get? $21. Okay, awesome.
21.
Feels so bad for the Harbinger. She got a freaking 4.
Could have been worse. Could have been worse.
True, it really could have been worse. Give me 1 second to make sure I've got this pulled up. We have right here. It is. Okay. Perfect. Alrighty. So I guess we will follow in initiative here. Starting with Megan, you have a 22. You're at the top of the round. You also got a natural 20 on that, so you do get an additional action on this turn.
Ah,
The
Yeah,
path-
very nice.
first
Guys,
official
where's the
nat
board?
20. Very nice.
So where
I
are
know,
you?
so sad.
Oh, you're here.
So
I'm gonna
sad.
move your character up to where the rest of the party is. You're all the way down here.
All right. So it has been made known to me that my typing was heard earlier in the session. And the reason for that is I have not fully filled out this character sheet yet. It's been a busy time.
Use what you got.
You gotta use what I can. All
That's
right.
right.
So the pathway is still being blocked by this magical light that is giving magical fire damage, basically.
Didn't Sierra say she cast Dispel Magic?
I did, but because we went into initiative right afterwards, it might have to wait till my turn.
Let's start that. Let's do your dispel magic real quick, and then we'll go into initiative.
So I did it at level 4.
Okay. So does that mean you have to
If it's-
roll for it, or it has to
If
roll?
it's 4 or lower, it dispels immediately. And if it's above that, then I need to make a roll.
Make a roll then.
Oh,
Darn it.
sorry. It's Wall of Fire, isn't it?
Also, thank you, Lady Noir, for keeping track of the nat 1s, nat 20s, highs and
Appreciate
lows.
it. I apologize, no board today.
Okay.
You keep track.
That's okay.
Don't be too good at it, because then you're stealing my job. But for today,
Well, I guess I should probably put the note there that the Harbinger of Knowledge did get a nat 1, so...
it wasn't that one. It couldn't have been worse.
Oh.
Let's go.
Emily.
Yes.
So I rolled
What'd you roll?
14,
Okay.
and the DC is 10 plus the spell's level.
Okay. So 10 plus the spell's level.
So I'm assuming I failed because it's more than a 4.
Oops.
Dang it.
Wait, can I give myself guidance on this? Wait, no, I can't. That's 2 spells. Never mind. Someone else give me guidance.
We do have inspiration. Currently, Chiso does have inspiration, so
Oh.
you may use that if you'd like to.
Well, that's if he wishes to give it
I-
out.
Yeah, if you would like to,
Actually-
yes.
I will use my token from a Harbinger to re-roll this.
Yes, you do have the token.
Oh,
I have a token. Let's see, we're gonna use a different dice.
We've
It's like
got
I do have Bless if you wanted it.
Ah! Okay. Dirty 20.
Dirty
Much
20, there we go. Yes, you do succeed, and it breaks the magic barrier. So this barrier is now broken, and the way is now clear.
Have we ever seen Torna as a dragon?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Frequently.
You've seen him a lot as a dragon. Dragons do prefer to stay in their dragon form when they are able to shift, because not all of them are able to shift.
They don't usually make doors in the right size for dragons.
Exactly.
Perfect.
Alrighty then.
Now you know the doors at the Calamity Creed. Those are the right size. Alrighty, so now what you see as you enter, or as you can kind of look into this area, is it looks to be 4 different demons are over here, and they've created a wall of fire around, or circle of fire around a beautiful unicorn that looks to be the Harbinger of Knowledge, you can assume. She's got this beautiful dark brown hue to her skin and long blonde flowing locks with glowing emerald green eyes. As she kind of seems very like she's like within this circle, she does seem like a little skittish in body language, but her eyes, like Torna, as you look at her, you see that she does not seem frightened in the least bit when you look at her eyes. You also do notice that there is this platform up in this area, and if you were to look down, you would see a bottomless pit full of books and scrolls and other types of written knowledge. Torna, you do notice that there look to be 2 fires inside the pit near the top.
You're gonna need more fire.
I'm gonna need more fire.
That's what I said. Yes. But it's not my turn yet. I'm lower in the initiative unless I.
That's okay. I'll make more fire. But yes. So Megan, your turn. It is now starting initiative as all of these demons are in here, And Torna has just become a giant dragon.
He's definitely blocking the doorway a little bit.
Yeah, he is. It's really difficult for you to get past him.
So she's gonna walk up, gonna see that Torna is now huge. Just like, oh, and just kind of like squeezes by to like get around him, and then sees the 4 demons. Like, oh, well, we can't have this now. Let's see, what shall we do?
Where is your character?
She's right by Torna right now.
Like under him? Oh, yeah, because you can't be in the same spot as them.
At least
Okay.
not long term.
Yeah. So you'd have to be on the side because you can't land your movement in the same spot as someone. Yeah, I was really confused. I was like, she's not on the map anywhere. No,
I think
she's
if-
just underneath them.
I think if Torna were one size larger than you could, but with this size difference, yeah, you can.
Okay, I just scooched you over, so you're good. We'll say you squeezed past his leg and got yourself out of the tunnel.
All right. So for my first one, we are going to cast Magic Missile
Nice.
at 2nd level. So that'll give me 4.
It's kind of funny because your computer just like went up as you cast it,
Yes.
so it sounded pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't know why it's probably because I've got it up right now. But anyway, you create 3 glowing darts of magical force. Each dart hits a creature of your choice that you see within range. A dart deals 1d4 plus 1 force damage to its target. The darts all strike simultaneously, and you can direct them to hit one creature or several.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to have 1 dart hit each
Each one of them?
devil. Yes.
Well, that's one way to get them all looking at you.
So for the first one, which would be this one right here, that is 5 points of damage.
Okay.
For the
5
second one,
points.
this one, 4 points of damage. For the third one, this one, 3 points of damage.
There we go. 5, 4, 3. This one gonna be 2?
Let's find out.
Gotta be 2. It's gotta be 2.
It is 2!
Random
5 damage.
dice on
Roll
roll
damage.
20.
3 damage.
Yeah.
2 damage.
There we go.
Five.
5, 4, 3, 2.
We all know it's not random. There's no way it's random.
There's no way.
My dice right there. All right, as you fire out these 4 blasts and they target each one of them. Oh, and the dice roller. And it just seems to smack right into the backs of each of these demons. And it kind of like disperses. And this one right here seems to just kind of stretch out his shoulder muscles, as you see, kind of rolling his shoulders back, and he turns and he slowly looking at you, and you see the curled horns, the sharp fangs, the big thick leathery wings, as he looks towards you, and he just lets out a low growl.
Alright, since I rolled a nat 20,
You do get another action.
I just need to check something here.
Okay. Just so you know, Caecian, you will be up next.
Okay.
Good. Okay. So I can get at least 3 of them.
You started with the little baby spell, and now you're gonna
We're
go with a
casting
big
Shatter
one.
this time.
Cassie, you love Shatter, don't you?
I love Shatter. Although this is probably going to be different because I am not playing a bard this time.
I see.
Actually, to get more damage done out of this, let's cast it at 5th level.
Okay. Alrighty, casting
Alright.
Shatter at 5th level.
So
That must be just a bard spell because our bard has that spell and he loves that spell as well.
Yeah.
So as the demon shrugs it off and turns to her, she has a kind of, how else to describe this? Like a sweet yet a little crazy smile as she's just, and then there's a sound there's a high pitched ring that they start hearing
as the shatter takes place. So they need to make a Constitution saving throw. For the first guy, he gets a math 27, so I'm pretty sure he saves.
Does unfortunately save, yeah. He has to roll
this guy
16 or lower.
This guy got a 12. Does that succeed?
Not even a little bit.
Ooh, okay. And then the last one got an 11.
All right. So originally, that is 3d8, and then so for 5,
No, I'm done.
68, I do believe.
Okay. And then this guy will be taking half damage.
Yes. So 26 for the ones that fail,
Okay.
and for the one that succeeds, that's 13.
Just inputting these in here. Alrighty, as you cast Shatter and two of them start to kind of hold their hands to their ears, and the other one seems to kind of twitch his head a little bit and then just looks towards you menacingly. Okay, it is now Caecian's turn with the bad guys up next.
Okay, so we're gonna do this. So, Caecian at this point, he draws his sword, and he's going to move forward. Let's see. By expending one psionic die, he is able to, let's see. The specific wording allows him to, he gains a flying speed equal to twice his walking speed. So it makes so he has 60 feet of movement.
Okay. Dang, alrighty.
And he's going to move forward. Oh, it's jank. Hold on. There we go. Much better, much better. Gonna move forward. He can't actually make it up to here, so he's going to. He goes over to here, 40 feet. He goes up and around. And he's going to, as he's moving down towards the demon, he is going to toss his boomerang shield, which will fly down and smack into the demon. But first I actually have to roll to hit. To make sure I actually
That's
do.
the hope.
Unimportant.
That is the hope. 25 to hit.
25. Wait. does hit.
Okay, good. That was scary then. Okay. Let's see if the damage is working properly. It is. Okay. So it deals 6 damage, and I will expend one of my dice to increase its damage by a d10 plus 5.
Okay,
So-
alrighty.
It is going to deal an extra 11 points, so 17 points total, 6 slashing, and 11 force damage.
Okay, so 6 plus 11,
Yep.
so that's 17.
And then he's going to come down with his sword and slash through the demon 2 times with his extra attacks.
Alrighty.
So let's go ahead and roll those. 23 and
Hits.
17.
17 does hit.
Okay. Very nice. You're going to roll damage and add the... Is the damage rolling correctly? It is. Very nice. Very nice.
Okay, so that's 30 slashing,
30 slashing
plus
and 21
yeah,
force
21 force. So that would be a total damage that's 51.
Yes. Also, after he lands, his shield magically teleports back into his hand.
Okay, there we go. Nice, the boomerang shield. Okay. Anything else on your turn?
That is the end of my turn.
Okay, alrighty. So now it is a bad guy's turn with Becky Tlachtga up next. Okay, so this demon is not happy that you're smacking him. He's really not happy about this. So what he's going to do... Sorry. He is going to attack you. Alright. So he's going to first bite at you with a 21 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, and then I'm also going to roll for his 2 claw attacks. One of them was a nat 20.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that hits.
I'm pretty
That
sure that hits. That was with the blood dice.
Blood dice.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And the other one was a 27.
Yeah, that hits also.
Yeah. So, all right, let's roll his damage. He's going to do 19 points of damage on his bite, of piercing damage on his bite attack towards you. Okay?
Okay. 19 piercing damage.
Yes. And then for his claw attacks, he does 10. He does 10 for the first one, and then 9 for the second one.
Ha! I did more damage.
You did do more damage to
And
him.
I didn't even have to crit.
Haha.
Mwahaha.
Wait, did the demon crit?
The demon did crit. Oh, he does double damage on one of those.
Okay, there we go.
So
You did
5
one more
additional points of damage.
damage. Oh, very nice. Very
Yeah, because that was a crit. Thank you for the reminder. Okay, so that was the
thanks for
first
that.
demon. This other demon really does not like Torna because he hates dragons.
This is
So-
fair.
Yeah, because they hate each other. And he is going to attack you. With the same stuff. Okay. Right. So let's roll the hit for the bite attack. That's going to be a 13 to hit on the first one.
No.
Misses. Okay. For the claw attack, that's going to be a 17 to hit.
Still no.
Gosh. For the second claw attack. That misses. He rolled a 2. He's trying to attack you, and Torna, you're like, no, I am a dragon. Excuse me.
And this is why the battle has always been in our favor.
Well, there's always been more of us. He snarks back.
More weaklings.
He's not happy. Okay. So, this other one is going to come up to Torna, and he's going to attack.
Mm-hmm.
He has 2 claw attacks and 1 scythe. Wait, the demon makes 3 attacks. Oh, okay. He's going to be attacking you with his claws. No, with his... High or low?
Low.
It was high. Okay. He's going to attack you with his demon scythe.
Okay.
So sad.
Okay. That's a nat 20. That's a nat 20.
Unfortunately,
Stop
that was
using the blood dice.
That one was not the blood die. I can confirm.
Yeah. Weirdly enough, on his second attack, that's going to be an 18 plus 6. I'm pretty sure
Okay,
that
we'll
hits
hit.
you. And then on the
Plus
third
save
attack,
makes no
it's
difference.
not going to hit you. It's not going to hit you on the third attack. So just 2 attacks, and one of them is double. So this one is doubled, so that's 18 plus 18 is
36.
36 points of necrotic damage on the
Okay.
first one. And then the second one is 11 points of damage on the next one, as he's slashing you with this scythe. Okay.
Okay.
And then this one is coming up to Caecian, and he is going to attack him 3 times
Epic.
with his claw attack. Let's go claw this time.
Yeah.
So 14 to hit,
Miss.
12 to hit, misses.
Nice.
17 to hit,
Miss.
miss. Okay, dang, you guys have high ACs. Yeah, well, he misses all of his claw attacks at you. And that was their turn.
All right.
So yeah, so Becky or Tlachtga, your turn with Torna up next.
Okay. So I'm going to go. See if I can do this. Move. That's about as far as I can go, I think. So, if you will, I have a decanter of endless water as one of my items.
Okay.
And then, if you let me, I'd like to use shape water from the decanter
Okay.
after it's been poured out.
Alrighty. Definitely. Let's do this. Let's see what you've got.
Okay.
Did she envision?
Do you want me to redo the spell or anything, or are you familiar with it? Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, is from where I'm at, I can see her, right? It looks like it.
Yes, you can see Tlachtga.
Okay, and so if this is permissible, I know it's not necessarily my turn, but this is kind of more of a speech thing, a really quick thing. Seeing the decanter coming out, can I talk to Wei and be like, she's got something up her sleeve, could you give her a little boost?
Wei's gonna be like, ooh, I do love the water tricks. Yeah, I'll help her.
Excellent.
Epic.
Alrighty. What are you doing, Tlachtga?
So what I would like to do, it's more of just like trying to be a distraction more than anything else, because you can't really, with shape water, you can't really cause damage so much, but I kind of, in passing, kind of want to try to do something like that. So basically, one of the options there is to move the flow or direct the flow in any 5 feet, but I don't know that I'm close enough to any of them to do that. Or I can get close enough to do that.
So you're wanting to like flow the water just to distract them, kind of a thing?
Yeah, basically just to kind of.
So what kind of, you feel like your spell is going to be like more enriched and more invigorated in a sense. So if there is something specific you would like to do to try and distract them, just describe what you're wanting to do.
I would like to, with this 5-foot little cube that they're standing in, try and make it look kind of humanoid, if that's possible.
In which cube?
Like the water itself. Sorry.
Oh no, sorry, you're kind of glitching out.
Launch back into the map. Sorry.
No, you're fine. So you're trying to make it look like a humanoid in the area? Made out of water? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. So like if it's enriched. Yeah, so if it's being enriched, I kind of want to move it. Yeah, so just kind of shape the water like a humanoid in like a 5-foot cube.
Okay.
Where the others could see it.
Okay, so I'm gonna give a little water token on the map. So this token, I'm gonna let you control it. So do you see the token on the map, the blue square?
Right here?
Yes, sorry. I don't know if she froze or not. I think she might be frozen.
No!
Oh no. That's not good.
This is so sad.
Oh, now you're back. Now you're back.
Huh?
Oh, now she froze again. Oh no. Oh no. This is not good. I'm so sorry.
So, Wei's influence was a little bit more mischievous than we had thought it was going to be. It seems that she decided that to assist, she would instead hinder the internet connection.
Exactly. There we go.
Classic.
Well,
Classic.
I put a water token on the map that you can control. So you can move it to wherever you want to put this like humanoid water form to try and distract them. So if you just want to put it in the spot that you want to put it in, just like moving it on the board, you may do so. And you notice that due to Wei's influence, this cube is now of a large size. Yes, Melody Wolf, it wouldn't be a session without at least some internet problem.
It's the law. It's the rules.
I wish it wasn't.
Oh well.
Alrighty.
We have our home IT guy looking into it right now.
Okay, that's good. Alrighty. But is it in the spot that you want it to be right now? The cube? The water guy?
Oh
Comes
no!
up, comes down.
Yeah, it looks good.
Looks good? Okay. Alrighty.
All right, epic.
So due to Way's enhancements, it has become quite larger. And it seems to be towering very tall. Not as tall as Torna the dragon, because he is of another size bigger. He's huge. Huge. But definitely a very big water man. And you see a lot of the demons are like, oh, what the? They seem to be a little distracted by this water man. And is that your turn?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. It is now Torna's turn with with Mona on deck.
Okay. Torna is going to take flight, and he is going to charge over to the Harbinger of Knowledge.
Okay.
Likely provoking 2 opportunity attacks.
Yes, you do provoke 2 opportunity attacks. First one is a nat 1.
Not a chance.
About time. It's about time.
First one, he tries to strike you with a claw attack and is not successful. The other one's gonna do a claw with a 20, a dirty 20 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, we finally hit Torna.
You got a critical hit on Torna.
Oh wait, yeah, that's right, I forgot.
Hit Torna off a crit. Off of a crit. Without a crit.
Yeah, without a crit. 9 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Okay. Alrighty, and that is what happens as you dive straight towards it. And the Harbinger does not seem to be like, or I guess she's not scared or frightened of you, but she does seem to be like stalwart, as if like I'm not giving in to a dragon, or you know, like not giving in to anything, even though she is surrounded by fire currently.
That's good. Because Torna's going to get a little uncomfortably close in order to make this spell do what he wants it to. As he's kind of like towering over the Harbinger.
Okay.
And he is going to cast Globe of Invulnerability.
Oh, okay.
At 6th level. It's going to cost him. Okay. And
Oh, so it's a self-cast,
yes.
and you're getting her in your bubble.
Yes. I have to cast it centered on myself, but then I can leave.
Oh, I see.
Yes. So hopefully she's in this bubble now.
She is in the bubble.
Okay. Any spell of 5th level or lower cast from outside the barrier can't affect creatures or objects within it.
Okay, there we go. You notice that inside the bubble, the heat from the flames seems to dim down.
Then I would like to use one of my dragon features.
Okay.
I'm going to expend 9 more spell points in order to cast 3 cantrips as a bonus action.
Okay. Just so everyone knows, Kobe is using a dragon player character builder from Dragonflight, a D&D 5e compatible book for creating dragon player characters. Okay, you're casting 3 cantrips.
I am casting Control Flames 3 times.
Alrighty.
Epic.
That's pretty cool.
Those flames are certainly under your control.
Yes.
Has a range of 60 feet, and I'd like to target the flames inside the library.
So, like, grabbing them out of there?
So Control Flames has a few different things you can do with it. You can either expand a flame, extinguish a flame, or like make it brighter, like maybe make some shapes. And I would like to extinguish the flames.
Okay.
A 5-foot square area of flames.
That does extinguish the flames, both the flames in here.
Okay.
Okay.
Then I suppose I have a third one.
There is a ring of fire around you.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Would Control Flames interact with this ring of fire? Does it seem to be magical fire, or is it?
It seems to be magical fire.
Okay, so Control Flames probably wouldn't do anything.
Yeah. You do notice that after you put out the flames in this library, that some of the books do seem to be irreparably damaged.
Okay. Torna's going to use his last
That's quite a shame.
cantrip in this the spell flurry, as the feature is called, in order to cast Firebolt, targeting this spine demon.
Yeah.
With a 23 to hit.
23 hits.
Okay.
Man, our dice are on fire. I'm trying to jinx it. I'm
On fire?
crazy.
For 18 fire damage.
18, holy crud.
3d10.
Dang. I forgot how powerful
And
dragons are.
casters. Spellcasters.
Oh, and I
Am I
regain
right?
6 HP.
Oh, yeah, because you do that on every turn, you regain health. Yeah. He's pretty
Dragon.
crazy.
Am I right?
There's a reason you keep Torna around.
Yeah, because he's pretty awesome. Okay, Torna, that was your turn.
That is my turn.
All right, Mona, it is your turn with Chiso on deck.
So Mona, let's see how far she can get. Is going to station herself between. I'm not gonna say this name right.
Rosa?
Rosa. Oh, is that how you say it? Okay, because it looks like it'd be said by different.
No, her full name is Rosanhi.
Oh,
She just
okay.
goes by she can go by Rosa for short if that's easier.
Mona calls you Rosa. For my sake. Yes, she's gonna station herself between Rosa and the demons, and she'll have her shield out and her warhammer out, and because she's a warcaster, she can cast magic while holding these, and she's gonna cast banishment on all 4 of the demons.
On all 4 of the demons! Wait.
Gameplay.
If it works, then, and if I don't break concentration for a minute, they're gone. This isn't their plane of existence.
Yeah,
They also have to fail the saving throws.
Leave.
they do
That's-
have to fail the
that's
saving
true.
throws.
Do
Okay.
it.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7.
Did you put banishment in here? Oh yeah, thank you.
They make a charisma saving throw. And it's a 16. 'Cause she's not a great spellcaster. She just
Okay.
heals mainly.
It'll be fine.
So I'm gonna do the 2 smaller demons first. Okay.
Everyone cross all your fingers.
One of them did succeed.
Ooh.
I'm going to make him re-roll that with my other token.
Okay.
Token. Use the tokens. We have
He
them.
failed. So this one is banished. So I'm just gonna move him to the GM layer. So he has been banished.
One
the
moment
other
you see
guy-
him, the other moment.
Does succeed. So he's still here.
Oh no, does someone have inspiration? They can make him re-roll.
I will do that.
Okay. I will.
Re-roll.
I will choose not to roll the blood dice because I've been rolling the blood dice this time.
Wait, make a quip. Make a quip about his lack of charisma or something.
Yeah. No
I
quip?
believe in you.
Okay.
He couldn't
If you
shoot
got
a
a
shot
quip-
wide open in a basketball game.
Wait, are you asking the demon to make a quip?
No.
No. Okay.
I was wondering if Chiso had a quip
Okay.
about his lack of charisma or something. That'd be-
Okay. You seem to be the last one picked out of the team, don't you?
You're just gonna hear he puts his hand over his heart as he goes, "Too mean!" as he rolls a 4.
So
Yes.
And he gets banished.
The power.
Okay, now for the bigger demons. Okay. No, that's cockeyed. I'm not gonna take it. He's gonna use his legendary resistance and choose to succeed. So
No.
he
It's okay. We got
succeeds.
one legendary resistance down. That's epic. That's very good.
The other dude is gonna go and he's also going to use a legendary resistance.
Let's go. We got 2 legendary resistance, boys.
Yeah, they do that. Give
Nice.
Mona inspiration for the power move spell. Yeah, okay, Mona, you get inspiration.
hey, does
They-
that work
No.
against legendary action?
No, those they
No.
choose to succeed, so
Darn it.
sorry.
Could we persuade them not to?
Can you please go
Why
back
not?
to your
I do
plane of
this?
existence?
No way.
Okay, so this guy, when they're banished, it targets natives.
They're gone for 1 minute.
Okay, for 1 minute, and if she holds concentration, then they're banished back to the plane permanently.
Yes.
And if she doesn't, if she ends it early, then they pop back.
That's
Okay. Alrighty, and is that your turn?
Can I can't cast 2 spells on one turn, right? Like if I use the
No.
bonus action, right?
Yeah, no, unfortunately.
Then no, she's just getting ready.
Okay, alrighty. And before Chiso's turn, they're going to take a legendary action. Sorry. You're like, I'm so excited. But they are going to use some legendary actions. Okay. Alrighty. So first thing, this guy over here is going to use a legendary action to teleport himself right over here. Which he can't now. He can't cast a spell through the bubble of invulnerability, right? But he can still fight, or
Yes, it does not stop physical movement, it only stops magic.
okay. So he's coming right over here. He's actually going to come right here as he teleports. So that one doesn't provoke enemy movement. And then this guy is going to use his legendary as well. What's it? What is the thing? Hold on, sorry, not moving. I've got to pull up the spell real quick. Okay. Okay. As he is going to cast Divine Word.
Oh,
Yeah.
No.
I
And
refuse, actually.
and he's going to point at all of you guys that he can see, which he can't see Chiso, so he's actually not going to point at Chiso. So he's going to point at Tlachtga, Rosa, Mona, Caecian, and Torna. And he utters this guttural word in a language you can't understand, that you can only assume to be demonic.
Is it infernal?
Infernal, yes.
I can't understand it.
Okay, well, it is a word that you can understand, but I'm not going to say what the word is, because from what you hear of it, it is a word, a divine word imbued with the power that shaped the world at the dawn of creation.
It's old infernal. I don't know old infernal.
It's old infernal. So I'm going to say it's yeah. It is
familiar.
very ancient. It kind of sounds like creation, or like or a dialect of that, or form. So you're like getting a little bit of it, but okay. Now everybody make a charisma saving throw. Oh no.
Wow. Oh my gosh, with the plus 10 to charisma,
Oh my God,
Kobe
no
rolls an
way.
11 with a nat 1 to the charisma save.
Add it to the list.
That's so
Oh.
sad. Okay,
So sad.
let's see. Let me see who succeeded. What's his spell save DC? 14. Okay, whoever got a 14 or higher succeeded and is totally fine.
Okay, I'm going to use my Indomitable feature to reroll the charisma save.
Okay.
It's not like gosh dang it.
Okay, who is not fine?
That's tragic.
I've got Kobe, I've got Greg. Who else is not fine?
Okay, real quick. My thing was set to either.
Just use the first one.
Yeah, just use the
Yeah,
first
it's-
one.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask if I could use the lower one.
Yeah, just go with the
That's
whatever the first one is.
High or low?
Chiso, what'd you roll? Or not Chiso, sorry, Tlachtga.
17.
17. Okay, you succeeded, Mona.
17.
17. Okay, so only Caecian and Torna failed. So, what are your current hit points?
314.
100.
314. Holy crud.
Pretty epic.
I told you needed more fire.
Yeah.
He did put on the pounds. We already talked about that.
Yeah, we did. We talked about
Okay. So, okay, guys. Holy crap, it does nothing actually, because it only affects you if it's like 50 or fewer.
What a
Okay.
fool.
Wow, so it does nothing. You guys feel this divine word and you're like, oh, and nothing happens. All right, Chiso, it's your turn.
Can I say that? Can I say, was something supposed to happen?
Yeah, you can definitely say that. He looks a little defeated, like, really? What?
I'm new to this, guys.
All right,
I just got a
Chiso.
promotion, okay?
Yeah, I just got promoted. Alrighty. Chiso, what are you going to do with the NPCs on deck?
Okay, so I will move my 30 feet, which puts me just past Tlachtga.
Okay.
Now I can actually see what's going on.
Wow!
What's going on here, guys? All
I
right,
could see anyways, you
so
were taller than me.
well, it's the map because of how the darkness is working.
It's giving you.
Okay. So I'm going to use my bonus action because I used my 30 feet that I couldn't quite reach him. So I'm going to use Misty Step.
Alrighty.
And I'm going to Misty Step closer to that demon there. Hey, kerplop. Okay, and then I will pull out my rapier. I have my shield out, and I will pull out my crystal rapier.
Nice.
And I will give it some stabberoonies.
Stabberoony. Love this.
Stab him!
Oh, where did you go?
Gotta get the
I'm-
demon.
I'm so prepared for the juicy smites.
Yeah, unfortunately, I just used my... Where'd it go? Okay, I already used my
Bonus action.
bonus action. Ah, dang it. So that would be... Dang it, where'd you go? I am hoping I hit, but it doesn't look like I will, unfortunately. That
What'd
is a
you roll?
5. I rolled a 5, and that's a plus... Gosh dang it. Ah, oh, there it is. Found it. Plus 8, so that would be a 13, unfortunately.
It does not hit, unfortunately.
Okay, so my second attack that I have... Ooh, that one's better. That's a 27.
Dang, okay, that hits.
That one. Sweet. And because my rapier, I get an extra D8 of radiant damage, so I actually get to roll 2d8 for this guy.
Ooh.
Which that is a 7 plus 5, that's a 13. So,
13 points of damage.
yes, and a d8, which is just 2 of them. So 2 damage of radiant, and then the rest of it's piercing.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. Alrighty.
Oh, wait a minute, I get one more because I have improved Divine Smite for being a paladin. I actually get to roll another d8 of radiant damage as well every time I hit. That's just a 1.
Okay.
that's
That's an
radiant
additional
damage as
1
well.
point of damage. That's pretty important.
Okay, and that would be my turn.
Okay, alrighty. It is now the Harbinger of Knowledge. She actually rolled a nat 1 on initiative, so she loses her first action. So she only gets a bonus action plus movement. But you notice that she actually, when you cast the protective bubble around her, Torna. Sorry, I should be looking at the screen when I say this, because you're on the screen here, even though you're right next to me. When you cast the protective bubble, she seemed to look at you curiously, and she actually catches your eye, Torna. She looks the wink, Chiso. she looks in your eyes, and you sense for a moment that she has learned something about you. As she gazes into your eyes, and then you notice she actually scooches a little closer into your bubble of protection. Brings her side like right up next to yours in your little bubble. And
Get a little hot in here.
that's
Heavy winking. Into
oh goodness, nah. She just scooches a little closer in, and for her action, or she doesn't have an action, so for her bonus action, she used her ability to see into his mind. So
She looked into my mind?
she looked into basically so she has an ability as the Harbinger of Knowledge to be able to understand pretty much everything about a person when
Okay.
she looks into their eyes.
Gotcha.
It's a godlike ability that overrides your dragon
Fair.
defenses.
Okay,
Yeah.
Because I know you're pulling up your thing right there.
I got a feature for this.
You're like, nobody can get into my head. Well, what's your feature?
You activated my trap card.
Inscrutability. The dragon is immune to any effect that would sense its emotions or read its thoughts. Wisdom checks to ascertain its intentions or sincerity have disadvantage. Yeah, she like looks at you and you feel like she got past your defenses.
Okay.
And you're like, huh? Yes, Harbinger, you know red is my favorite color.
That's not supposed to happen.
That's funny. So she wasn't able to do much on her turn. So Megan,
I have so many comments, but
yeah. Oh man, I wish I could hear all of them. Megan, it is your turn, top of the round. Caecian on deck.
Okay. Let's see here. I need to get back to how many of these are still here after the bench. Just the one? No, there's 2 now. Let me double check this spell. Okay. So I were but now I need to double check to make sure. Calculations, people. This is why we do math in school.
Maths.
I know math is so.
Perfect. Oh, this is gonna be beautiful, guys.
Stay in school, kids.
Stay
Learn
in
your
school,
math.
kids.
So you don't become like me, where I'm counting on my fingers, being like, how much is 7 plus 8? I don't know. So stay in school.
Ooh. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Oh, this is gonna be so fun.
Alrighty, do share.
5, 10, 15, 20. We're gonna go right here. I do believe this is a good spot. And it should. Yeah, this is a good spot. We're gonna come right here and cast a lightning bolt, guys. At 4th level.
Oh boy.
Lightning
epic.
bolt. Okay. Okay, so you're casting a stroke of lightning forming a line of 100 feet long and 5 feet wide, blasts out from you in a direction you choose. Each creature in the line must make a dexterity. So you're gonna shoot this guy and then shoot the other guy, aren't you? With it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, and I can just imagine it going like this. Rosa, like, assesses the situation. 2 of the demons have disappeared. She looks at the one, then looks at the other, makes the calculations of how far, and if she's doing this right, it's like, okay, so this should be a good spot. And she's gonna, like, step over to where she is now and cast Lightning Bolt.
Alrighty. Okay, so you have to roll, or they have to do a dexterity saving throw. Okay. Also, with the cat
wait.
showing up on Becky's feed, you do get inspiration.
Congratulations. Well done for having a cat.
There we go. Megan, you were saying?
Also, Greg just pointed this out in our private chat that I need to roll to see if my magic goes wild.
Yeah, wild magic sorcerer.
All right. Should we do this? Let's do this private. We are going to use, I haven't used these in a long time. We're going to use the metallic dice.
Ooh, okay.
Metal dice.
Make a dex save for each of them.
Okay, so that is the 15.
Okay.
Okay, so it does not go wild.
Alrighty.
It was
And
wild
they
off the
each
natural one.
did succeed on the saving throw.
They still take half.
Yes.
And because that is 96 of damage.
It'll be half of that. So 15,
So 15 points of damage to both of them.
Alrighty, dang. The one up by Torna is starting to look pretty hurt. Okay, dang. Alright, and that's your turn?
Yes, that is my turn.
Okay, before Caecian's turn, they're going to take a legendary action. This guy is going to make a claw attack on Torna with a 28 to hit.
Fine, they hit.
Miss.
Miss. And he rolled a 13 points of damage. Piercing damage as he claws at you. This one over here is not a huge fan of the lightning you just shocked him with. So, Rosa, he's going to legendary attack you with a claw. With a...
Shield! Shield! I am calling shield!
Shield.
All right. One reaction. So what's your... So I'm totaling up his roll real quick.
Alright, so with the +5 to my AC because of shield, my AC now becomes 17.
He rolled a 26 to hit.
That is unfortunate.
I'm so sorry. But also not. Okay, so that's going to be 14 points of damage. It's not too bad, I hope.
14 points of damage.
Yeah,
1-4.
14. 1-4.
Okay.
Okay. Ow.
Alrighty, and now it is Caecian's turn with the bad guys up next.
Okay. So, Caecian, after being hit, he had to like avoid the second demon's attacks. But as this one like clearly runs away from him, he just kind of gives him like a sort of arm raise, like, "Well, the heck, I thought we were doing something."
I thought we were engaged in battle.
I thought this was combat. I didn't realize we were fleeing. And Caecian is going to move around this water here, using 5 feet of movement, and then he's going to, let's see, what is the range? Oh, it's 25. So actually, he has to move here. And he's going to propel his boomerang shield forward once again, but towards this guy here.
Okay.
This time, it's 24 to hit.
24 does hit.
Okay, and he is also going to expend a psionic die, but this time the demon needs to make a strength saving throw.
Okay. He got a... What's his total? He got a 21.
Okay, 21 does succeed.
What am I missing?
So that is, but I deal 6 slashing and
I must-
14 force damage.
Oh, my camera turned off. Oh, shoot.
I don't know.
Oh, my mouse is back.
Well, I didn't want to have to move up and do this, but he's going to...
Do you remember which one was the camera? Oh, wait, let me try doing the configure.
move an
Sorry,
additional
guys, my camera
10.
just went a little haywire.
Ah, the classic camera shenanigans.
Oh, I
Okay,
think
I'll
it's
just
unplugged again.
I'll just roll while you're fixing that. I'm going
Yeah.
to attack it, with my sword this time. going to slash at him twice. Okay, this is wow. These are
No, I can't
rolling
move my mouse.
very good, dude. Yeah, no, it's rolling as it's supposed to. It's fine.
Sorry, hold on,
So-
guys. My computer's freaking.
All good.
Did you wait?
I just
32.
undid and redid it.
There we
Yes.
What?
32. That was the 19. I have a plus 13 to hit.
go. Okay, we're
Oh,
back.
you rolled a 19. My goodness.
Yeah, well,
It's
you
terrifying.
guys would also know that he has a legendary sword that's been passed down to him through like elvish like ties and stuff, and it's like a very
Oh.
historical object. It's one of his most prized possessions, but it is a very powerful weapon.
Also, I didn't see this in the chat until now. Melody Wolf a while back ago said, I think Torna should get inspiration for saving the library and protecting the unicorn. So, Torna, you get inspiration. Woo! Okay. All right, so Caecian. So you used
Okay.
your psionic
We're gonna-
abilities.
Yeah, first we're going to hit with the first attack with a 32 to hit, which
32 hits.
I almost rolled max. And we are going to use our psionic die on this as well. So that's 26 total.
26 damage total?
Yeah, and have him make another strength saving throw.
Okay. That's going to be a 17.
Let's see. 8, 5, that's 13 plus 5. Ha! He fails. Good.
He fails. Alrighty.
Okay, so because he failed, I am able to move him 10 feet horizontally in any direction.
Okay.
So Caecian will move him up to 10 feet in any direction. So
Ooh,
I'm
where are
going
you going to move him?
His psionic abilities will move him over 2 squares right there. As my psychic will overpowers his ability to not be moved.
Okay, awesome.
Okay, and then for the second strike, he's not going to empower it with his psychic abilities and just
Okay.
use the normal sword, which will deal 11 slashing damage.
Okay. He's looking pretty hurt.
Very good. Okay. And that is the end of my turn.
Okay, it is now bad guy's turn with Becky on deck. Or sorry, Tlachtga on deck. I'm trying to be using character names. All right, so for their turn. So first things first, I totally forgot about this until now. Torna, so at the beginning of their turn, they have a sickening stench with them. So any creature that starts its turn within 10 feet of it must succeed on a DC 15 Constitution saving throw. So we're just gonna say that's starting now.
Okay.
Just sorry, I forgot about that.
With their low HP, they've begun emanating this odor.
Yeah, let's say that
Yeah.
with their low HP.
Yeah.
It's not
What
the
was
best.
the range of that you said?
Within 10 feet of it.
Okay.
So, all right, Torna, you're about to get attacked
All right, come at me.
with a 15 to hit. Misses.
Not even close.
With a 26 to hit.
Yeah, that one's kind of close.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
that
figured.
one might
That
might
one.
hit.
And then the
Barely.
other one does not hit. So he only hits you with one claw attack. So that's going to do 12 points of damage, of slashing damage as he's slashing at your scales.
Okay.
Okay, and that was that guy's turn. This guy is not happy, and he's actually going to do his first attack at Caecian with a 23 to hit.
That does hit.
Okay. So he is going to roll. $17 points of damage on that hit. And he's kind of thrashing around because he's surrounded by enemies. And he's actually going to slash at the water person behind him. Ooh, sorry. That notification startles me every time. Thank you for following us. Okay. We're happy to have you guys joining. Okay, so then he's going to be slashing at the magic water thing. And he hits it. It doesn't do any damage to it because it's just water that's been formed into a humanoid shape. And you notice that just infuriates him that this wasn't even an actual enemy. And so then he's going to strike down at the other blue thing, at Chiso, with a nat 1.
His anger got the best of him.
It did. It really did. He was so mad, and he's like, "Are you real?" And he just totally misses. And so, actually, high or low, Chiso? High or low?
Let's go with high.
It was high. He thinks that you were also just water and not real. He's like, "Is everything water?" So, Tlachtga, your water guy works. Successfully confusing the bad guys. Alrighty, so that was their turn. It is now Tlachtga's turn with Torna on deck.
Okay. So I had to pull up the stuff on my phone. So let me get back there. Okay. So I want to try and use.
I'm just reading the comments. They're funny.
I want to use Thunderclap.
Okay.
If I can. So they need to do a Constitution saving throw. It's anybody can be heard within 100 feet away, and the range is 5 feet. So I want to hold on. I'll switch back to them. I'll move up, I guess.
I think she froze again.
Oh no.
So I'm gonna move right there. Can you hear me?
There we go. Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so I want to use Thunderclap on them. It's within a 5-foot range, so they need to make a Constitution saving throw and be 16.
Let's see, what's his con save? He got a dirty 20.
Ah.
He gets a +9 to it.
Darn.
Okay.
But does
so
he
then,
still take half damage?
It doesn't say that he does. So nothing happens other than you hear a really big thunderclap.
Oh, big clap.
Mhm.
And he seems to look at you and he goes, "Is that all?" And was that your turn?
Yeah.
Okay, he's going to legendary action claw at you. And he got a 22 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, so that's going to be 14 points of damage.
Okay.
He goes, "I never liked fairies."
And your mother never liked you, but here we are.
Oh,
Got
got him! My gosh, can you cast Vicious Mockery?
No.
Darn. I was gonna say you could totally cast it.
Emotional damage.
Exactly. All right, Torna, it is your turn with Mona on deck.
Okay. For my turn, I regain 6 health.
Need what?
I regain 6 health from
Yay.
monstrous regeneration. As
Also, Vibegon has given Tlachtga inspiration for that burn.
that yeah.
Deserved.
Good.
I would like to engage in some melee.
Engage some
So
melee,
I get
alrighty.
to bite, claw, tail.
Bite, claw, tail on this guy. Okay, let's see if he survives.
24 on the bite.
Hits.
9 piercing, 11 fire.
Oh, okay. Sorry. 9 piercing, 11 fire.
Yep.
So he's going to take half of that fire.
Okay, so he's taking
so-
14 total.
Yes, I appreciate you doing the math for me.
29 on the claw.
Hits.
4. What an awful roll. 3 slashing damage.
Okay.
And 19 tail attack
Hits.
as Torna does some walloping for another 9 bludgeoning.
9 bludgeoning. Okay, what else?
Do I have any bonus action thing?
I don't think
that's
you
my
did the
turn.
tail either.
No, I did. That was 4.
I only counted 1 claw, 1 bite, and 1 tail.
Oh, I shorted 1 claw. My bad.
Yeah.
Nat 1. No damage.
Oof! You have inspiration.
I do. Yeah, let's reroll that. 21
21, that does hit.
for a much better 10 slashing damage.
10 slashing. Okay, let me check real quick if that kills him.
14, 17, 26, 36 total.
That was a lot of damage. How do you want to do this?
As Torna tries to bite it, or actually a con save, right? Because they're stinky.
Oh, yeah. You got to do a con save real quick. Thank you for the reminder.
21.
21. Yeah, you succeed. You're fine.
Okay. So as Torna goes to bite into this demon, and then like realizes that is a very unpleasant prospect, instead he like grabs it with his claws and like rends it apart as the demon dies and is reduced to ash.
Ooh. Dragon going full dragon. And he crumples and disperses into ash and dies. Alrighty. Well, and he's not. Ah, there we go.
Perished.
Alrighty, and you have successfully killed him. Was that Was that your whole turn?
That's my whole action. I don't think I have anything in particular on a bonus action, so yeah, I think that's good.
Okay, alrighty. It is now Mona's turn with Chiso on deck.
So
Okay, hopefully I'm back.
is the Constitution saving throw made just when you were within 10 feet of them?
Yeah, at the start of your turn.
Okay. So I need to make Constitution saving throw.
Because he smells really bad.
Dirty 20.
Okay, you succeed.
Yay!
Oh yeah, so on a successful saving throw, the creature is immune to his sickening stench for 24 hours. So once you succeed once, you
Nice.
don't have to roll it again.
Cool. How hurt does he look?
He looks pretty hurt.
Okay.
Not like on death's door, but he definitely looks like pretty hurt.
She's going to cast Toll the Dead,
Okay,
but because he's hurt, it's D12s.
okay.
So, I think it's
So he has-
wisdom save?
Wisdom
Gives me?
save. He rolled. Man, I love my blood dice. They're so good.
I'm glad at least some of us like it. I'm glad there's at least one person. Yeah.
He rolled a 18 plus 6.
Ah, okay.
So he succeeds.
Cool. Oh, that's an orc. So she's gonna just back away.
She's like, and never mind.
She would get close, but she doesn't want to risk losing her concentration. So she's backing away.
Okay.
That's her turn.
Alrighty. It is now Chiso's turn with the Harbinger on deck.
All right, so we are going to enact my Divine Smite. So we will see if we can do this.
Okay.
Ooh. That would be unfortunately, a 15.
Oh, okay. 15 to hit? Oh,
Yeah.
15 to hit does not hit, unfortunately.
All right, round 2, roll. Rolled a 15, so that would be a 23.
Okay, 23 does hit.
And that is with my Divine Smite, which I will cast my Divine Smite. Oh, where'd you go? Boo, stop that. We'll do that at a level 3. So that will give me one spell slot for 2d8. So that would give me a max of 3d8 for that. Plus my 3d8 for my other rolls as well, for my normal hit.
Okay.
Okay, so I rolled 3d8 so far. So that'd be a 16 for that. And then here
16
comes the
to
next. Plus, that would be 10 more.
10 more damage. Okay, awesome. He's looking very hurt.
Okay, and that will be my turn.
Okay, awesome. It is now the Harbinger's turn.
Oh, I do need to roll a con save, right?
Yes, you do
Sorry,
need to
right
roll a
next to
con
it.
save. Thank you.
What is my save here? That is a 10, unfortunately.
Ooh. Yeah, that's kind of low. Let me see what the save is. So you are poisoned. So you are poisoned until the start of your next turn.
Okay.
So, because it smells so bad. You're like, oh. Yeah, it's not good.
Eyes are getting all crusty because of the salt is just falling out of my eyes.
Oh no. Alrighty, it is now the Harbinger's turn. Can she cast spells?
Hold on, wait. David, or Chiso, do you bonus action toss salt over your shoulder because of this? Oh, maybe it'll get away with me.
Start wiping it from my eyes and throwing it over my shoulder.
Get the smell away. I
Starts
love
taking the
that.
salt and like putting it under his nose.
That sounds pretty awesome. Torna, can she cast spells through the bubble?
Yes, spells can go out.
Okay, spells can go out. Well, this is good for you guys. as you see the top of her horn starts to glow as she's right next to you, and you see her aim it towards the demon, and then just a ray of light shoots out and hits the demon in the back. And you just feel like being right next to her, you feel this immense power coming out, and he is stunned. So I'm gonna put this little stunned icon on him. The stunned effect is I don't believe he can take actions.
He's incapacitated.
Yeah,
Yeah,
basically
he's-
incapacitated.
Yep. Gains all the downsides of incapacitation.
So he is stunned, and at the end of each of his turns, he must make a saving throw, and on a successful save, he will be unstunned. But he just completely gets stunned and falls prone. You notice that he is still alive, and his eyes are still like open, but his mouth is kind of agape, like as he's like right there on the ground. It does not seem like he can take any legendary actions or anything. As she has just power word stunned him.
Very nice. Well played. Oh,
That is how you do
also,
power word.
See, exactly.
that's right. Because he's stunned, he automatically fails strength and dexterity saving throws, and all attacks against him have advantage.
Yep, there we go. So you guys are on a winning streak here. Megan, it's your turn.
Chiso, is this what you've been going on about, that comedy is all about the timing?
Yeah, yes, it is. It's good that those dragons can learn.
I love this. All right, Rosa, there's one
All
enemy
right.
and he's stunned.
And we're gonna freeze him.
Ray of Frost. Alrighty.
Alright, so a frigid white light streaks toward a creature within range. Make a ranged spell attack against the target. On a hit, it takes 1d8 cold damage, and its speed is reduced by 10 feet until its turn. Its turn spell damage is increased by 1d8 when you hit 5th level, 11th level, and 17th level.
So it's going to be
All right.
3d8 when you roll.
3d8.
Mm-hmm. So roll
I
to hit
am
with
also-
advantage.
I'm also going to move to the side a little bit so I don't hit anyone else.
Smart, smart.
Okay, so for this, if I am reading this correctly, it is going to be... Okay, first off, shall we see if this goes wild?
Yeah, let's check that out first.
Okay, that's a 10.
Okay, no wild. No wild.
Yeah, I think it's under 10, right?
It is if you roll a natural 1 on the
Oh,
die.
That's
goes
what
wild.
it is. Okay. Alrighty.
That is 19 to hit.
19 does hit.
Sweet. So 3d8 it is.
That'd be handy.
That is 9 points of damage.
Okay, he's looking pretty close. And is that your turn?
I think as like as she's doing it, she's just going to be like, no one talks badly about the short one, and then like sends the beam.
I love that. Alrighty, Caecian, your turn.
All right. So Caecian is going to move over to here, and he's just going to say to the demon, I don't know if you return to whatever plane you came from, but if you do, tell your masters we say hi. And then he's going to just start wailing on him.
Alrighty.
Okay, we're not going to use psychic powers on this one. We're just going to roll. Oh, I forgot I have advantage.
Yeah, you do have advantage.
Okay, so that's the first attack.
So 29 does hit,
And then,
and then 30 does hit.
30 does hit. Man, I swear, the online dice are really liking me today.
Yeah,
This
I
is
feel
nice.
like this is like the first time they've been like consistently good.
This is nice. It feels nice. Again, really high damage. This is nice. Okay, 18, 12, and 13.
How do you want to do this?
He's just going to take the long sword, and he like slashes through twice, and then he like moves up towards the head. He's like, it'd be more efficient if I just and lops off his head.
Alrighty. Yup, you do so, and he dissipates into ash. And with that, you have won the battle. Achieving victory over your foes. With his death, this magical fire does dissipate.
Okay.
You notice the Harbinger of Knowledge. As the magic dissipates, she kind of clops forward, sidestepping the mess of demons. And she kind of gets between you all, and she says, "Welcome. I appreciate you for saving my life."
You are quite welcome. I'm glad we got here in time.
Me as well.
Torna moves over to that. He's looking down into the pit with all the books. He's like, "Are there any more fires? Is everything out?" Or
I appreciate your concern for my books. And she goes and she peers down herself. She's like, let me double check. She peers down, and you notice like her eyes close, and you see just the tip of her horn glowing. And then after a moment, she says, you hear like a heavy sigh, and she goes, "All of the fires are out. I did lose some knowledge, unfortunately."
what did you lose?
I'd have to check. You see her kind of pull out, using her magic, you see a mage hand gets conjured, and so a pile of just burnt books and scrolls come pulled out. You actually notice, Chiso, that a lot of these scrolls are all are made out of like seaweed, at least this chunk of ones that are burned. She goes, "Well, these few in particular are of some ancient customs among Genasi people, which is a shame, as I see there's one among you."
Yeah, hello. That is tragic that they were destroyed. I would have very much liked to read those.
Yes, they are quite important. All knowledge is power. And I guess that's what you've all come here for?
Yeah.
While this is going on,
Sorry,
You might
you
wanna
cut
say
out
it again.
there.
sorry,
say
while
it one
this
more
is
time?
going on, Hey, perfect. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So while this is going on, I'm just going to release the effect on the water, and it's going to like take a bow and just go back into the ground.
Okay.
It's gone.
It slinks into the ground, but you notice as it slinks away, it gives you a wave and dissipates down. I'm loving all the theories thrown into the chat right now.
I'm sure at least one of them is true.
You never know.
You never know.
Yes, she goes, "It is quite a shame. I do hate to see my library treated as such. I thank you all for coming. It has
Yes.
been quite a day. Did not expect for quite so many visitors to come.
This seems like quite the ordeal.
Now, what can I help you all with? You've been quite the help already.
Yes, of course. We initially had come here to retrieve your token, but when we saw you in danger, we knew we had to do something. I'm sorry we did not get here sooner.
My token. Well, I just wish it was in time to help my friend. At that time, as she says that, you notice that the Gynosphinx comes like dragging one of her legs, and she actually ends up making it into this area.
Oh, you mean that one?
Yes.
We chat among chads.
The chat. And the Harbinger of Knowledge, you see like this smile almost. If horses can smile, you seem that you can tell that she is very happy. And she goes, it's good to see that you are up. I have her name here, hold on. It's good to see it that you are up, Rex. And now the Gynosphinx known as Rex, it's a nickname for her extremely long and complicated name. As she just nods and she explains to the Harbinger that how you guys had healed her a portion. And with that knowledge, the Harbinger of Knowledge is now actually dips one leg down and bows her head towards you all. Which, coming from a Harbinger, you have not yet seen a Harbinger do this. But you actually she bows to you all. And after a moment, gets herself back up on her feet. She says, thank you. I was afraid we had lost her. And in this moment, you guys notice that that every word she speaks, it feels like a twinkle is in the air, like her words are a song. As the demons are now dead, you notice the green in the area is more vibrant, the flowers just brighter, and everything just seems more alive now that the Harbinger is safe and sound. She turns to you all and she says, my name is Rune. You may call me that.
Excellent. Rune and Rex. That is very nice. Very literate.
Well met, Rune. We've come seeking your help.
A dragon coming and seeking help from the Harbinger of Knowledge. Now that's new.
The others
Yeah, he is
were,
a very good one.
Oh.
The others were also surprised.
I can imagine my sisters. There's not much we get from the dragons.
Unfortunately.
They've been ruling for quite some time at this point.
Well, you speak the truth.
Mm-hmm.
We are in need of your token. It is the last.
For what purpose do you require it?
We want to end the conflict between the dragons and the demons.
A noble aspiration? But how do you intend to do so?
Well, if the tokens are as powerful as we have been told they are, then we should be able to use them in order to seal the demons out from the material plane.
Seal them out? Yes, I know what you are referring to. But I think you also know what would happen if such a spell were to take place. Are you prepared for that outcome?
Torna kind of steels himself. He considers this for a moment and then settles on an answer and responds. I think that whatever comes from this, whether it's right or wrong, it is the only way this should end.
Is this like common knowledge what will happen? Or is this kind of something only Torna knows?
Something that Torna has not quite revealed yet.
It's kind of a theory at this point,
Yeah,
not a
theory.
hard and fast, this will be the consequences of this action.
Okay.
And she's kind of confirming his theories right now. So they haven't
Yeah,
been
with
made
the-
public yet.
Yeah, with the current conversation, Caecian is just oh. He actually looks towards Torna, and he meets his gaze, and he just kind of gives sort of an approving nod.
Am I missing something here? This just doesn't get rid of the demons?
What Torna has been... Tornon Controlor? Would you prefer me to use your full name?
No.
Okay. What Torna is referring to is his theories on what would happen if this spell was put to use. What he and his lot have discovered would not only send the demons out of this realm, but it would send all great and powerful creatures out of this land. Those who aren't able to go against it. Which would include himself and his people.
Oh. That kind of kills two birds with one stone.
I mean, I was not going to be the one to say it, but yes, perhaps it does.
But maybe we could do something to keep Torna here. He's a good one.
Perhaps.
But
I doubt the magic can be quite so selective.
I could do something to remedy, but I'm not sure. I think it might be best to keep balance in the world, as that is what me and my sisters are here for, to attempt to keep the world in balance.
I stand by what I said. This is the only way it should end.
Well, as long as it's your decision, I'd hate to see you go anywhere. Do you know where you could possibly be, I guess, banished to?
No.
There are many planes of existence, some more kind than others. That's why this plane, the material plane, is so coveted and sought after for many of the creatures of other realms. It is why Prince Gilfa, the demon lord coming through, is trying to make this his homeland. The 9 hells have become quite crowded in recent years.
Yeah, I can imagine that. Well, I guess how do we proceed forward?
Well, That's a good question. Do you wish to know the answers?
Chiso would just look at Torna.
No, we'll find our way.
When he's saying that, Mona's literally in the corner and she's like just nodding, and he says, "We'll find our own way." She's like,
She's like, dragons! Always so.
Always, nah, I can do it. Like, I don't need help.
Yeah. Nice. Caecian definitely gives him like a.
I'm going to. Torna, was your recent stint with humility not?
Was your recent what?
It's like every time she talks, she like glitches.
It's so
No.
sad. Oh no. Oh, she's back maybe?
"She's back."
Okay.
Said, was your recent stint with humility not enough?
I think that's
Am I good?
the only reason I can come to this decision. But I don't know. I suppose that I simply think that to know the future is, well, it's a double-edged sword.
You can say that again.
But we're just
I'm sorry. I just we are presented with an opportunity to receive information from, well, and he just kind of gestures towards her. It's just, this is about as pure as information can get. I for one would be happy to receive any help that you would be willing to provide.
Mona nods behind him.
Then you all are free to do as you wish. I don't command you. Not that I could.
That's
I, for
right.
one, I will wait in the clearing.
Okay. Well, technically, there is one among here that you could command if you wanted to. Also, does Torna just try and
No.
squeeze through that hole? Is that what he's doing?
Can he? Or does he need to shrink?
Yeah, I'm gonna say you walk up to it and you're like, shoot.
Oh, bother.
you do need to lose a few sizes there.
Torna is pretty skinny for a dragon, like,
Oh,
to be fair.
that is true. I would say that it's like you have to crawl through if you want to, just because it is not like very tall.
He'll shape change.
Okay, you can change the
I
size
don't
of
know
your
that I
token.
can.
You
He'll
can-
keep his dignity.
Oh no, it is. I guess it's me.
Epic.
Thank you.
There we go.
Can I still cast enlarge or reduce on him, even though he's shape changed?
Bullying.
I'll get back to you in just a second.
Yeah, I think that's a him
Check the
question.
notes. Check the notes.
That's not like she meant to do it to like try and be helpful, not to like.
Yeah, I
Oh,
know
the
he
image
has
I
like
had in
some
my head.
resistances and stuff, so it's possible he may have like he might
Okay.
not be able to. So that's why I was saying like check his stuff. So he's gonna check that real quick.
Yeah. The image I had in my head was very different.
I'm not trying to actively bullying. I
Right.
actually like people here. I just won't tell you I like you.
Yeah.
I think for this case, if this he has a feature that says that he is immune to any spell or effect that would alter his form, unless it like, comes from him, and so I
probably
think
no.
if he could like consent, if he'd be like, oh yeah, like by all means, please, thank you, I appreciate the assist, then he would, but he is just like outright immune to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alrighty. So, the Harbinger of Knowledge. She takes a step forward, and you notice that she is a very big unicorn, because they're large creatures, right? But very beautiful, very serene. As you're looking at her, she looks gorgeous. A gorgeous queen. Sorry, being funny. And she turns to you all and she says, "Now what can I help you come to understand? As you all have helped me this day, I wish to aid you in return. I also do wish for balance to be restored within this realm."
Well, to cut straight to business. And then he like pauses and he stops himself. He says, "Actually, before we do," and he turns towards the party and asks, "Does anyone have any questions before we get down to business?"
Mona will actually pipe up, which is kind of surprising because she wouldn't really. She goes, "If you would tell us how to work the spell? Just the spell would be great. Just how to do it. Please."
She says, "Of course." Also, I realized, so I see Malefax in the chat. You said unicorns can't talk. This isn't realistic. I totally forgot to mention that this is, so unicorns have this telepathic connection. At least these ones do. So all the words that she is speaking is directly into their minds. So, just so you guys know, you're hearing it as if she was speaking to you, but it is through a mental connection. Thank you for that clarification.
Which overpowers Torna's runes.
He can hear her because it's like her only form of communication, because she's not she's not trying to understand his emotions or get inside his head kind of a thing. It's more of she's projecting her words so he can hear them, but not so he can, not trying to get in his head. Does that make sense? And he can also, because of his dragon abilities, he can also choose to just mute button her if he wants, but I don't think he really wants to.
Maybe right now he is. He's like, just in case.
Yeah, he's like, mute, I don't want to know, I'm too prideful. So as you ask this question, and Malefax, we love you. It's awesome. Okay, she says, "Well, it seems that your companion, your dragon companion, already knows the basics of casting this spell. But for this, you're going to want to be by one of the portals that have been opened, the rens, these rifts that have been opened in this world. In order to cast out all of these creatures, you will need to be by one of those. And you'll need to use all 9 of the tokens in order to power this spell. Something strong enough that will take all the demons out. And by doing so, it will be strong enough to take all the demons and all the dragons out. The only way that can be stopped would be if my sisters and I did something. But even then, we wish for balance to be in this world, so we're not going to just go stopping this."
Is
Chiso
there anything
looks-
we have to say? Or would we just bring the items to the portal and it'll just boom? When you say anything?
Ask Torna. He knows the ritual.
Well, Torna might be a little too practical for that. She mutters this.
Trust me.
Perhaps.
Even the most prideful of dragons have their ways, have knowledge of various things. I believe his Loth knows more than they are letting on.
I do have one question. Or I get and he'll pull out the weight,
The
the heart
bracelet?
of the sea. Yes. So when this spell happens, is there anything gonna happen to her? This is Wei, the heart of the sea.
She actually, as she turns to you, she says, May I come closer?
Yeah, you may.
She comes over and and she actually places the tip of her horn off on the bracelet. The bracelet cannot actually be removed from you, so it's still on your wrist. As she comes and she touches it to the center stone. And she, after a few minutes, you actually feel the presence of Wei in the back of your mind, and you actually feel that you get this sense from Wei that she's actually communicating and having a conversation with Rune, the unicorn.
And it's not one that I can understand.
No, it's not one that you can understand, or at least that you can hear. It seems like Wei is specifically blocking out your ability to hear the conversation. And after a few moments, Rune lifts her head again, and she comes up very close to you, Chiso. She comes up very close, and one of her eyes just darting into yours. This intense gaze being held. She goes, Do you wish to be rid of all the demons plaguing this realm? This world?
Yeah.
Well, I'm afraid it's not the greatest news that you would want to hear. It's possible you may also be taken through the portals. As she is a great being as well.
Oh. And there's no way to tell where we will go?
Not even I have the knowledge of that.
He'll kind of like grab, kindly, gently to the bracelet. Well, it is what we set out to do, is to protect this land and to bring order and balance to this place. If Torna can do it, if he has the courage to do this, then not know what he's gonna do, I think I can do the same.
Well, when that happens, I would like to walk up to him and just put my hand on his arm, like in a comforting gesture. It's gonna be okay.
And he'll turn and he'll grab your hand and just nod.
The rune continues looking at you, and with one slow blink, she says, You have more courage than some dragons I know.
Yeah. It's the water. Everything just goes right through me.
You actually hear Wei in your mind, and she actually, for the very first time since being the bearer of the heart of the sea, she sounds sad. And she says, Chiso, I wish there was a way that I could make it so you could stay here. But unfortunately, part of the responsibilities as the bearer, when you take it on, is you cannot be parted from me. Until you die.
Well, I hope this doesn't kill me then.
So I obviously don't hear the comment that Wei makes to Chiso, right? So
Yeah. It's in
So
his-
So the last thing that I hear was the dragon comment, and I'm going to say, well, I mean, everyone is allowed to be foolish occasionally. Dragons just take it to the extreme.
They do. Sometimes. I shouldn't be giving my bias in this.
Oh, please.
Yeah, well, I guess if Torna knows the spell, is there, I guess, any extra bonus? We gotta find a portal, right? If it's a bigger portal, does it become more easier, I guess, to cast the spell? Or is it just any portal?
Well, there is a specific portal I have in mind near the center of this continent. She will basically give you a mental map to everybody of where this location is. I must warn you, though, when this spell is going off, it will send out a signal unlike you've ever seen before. She kind of like looks up at the sky and she goes, it will be beautiful, but very dangerous, as it will call your enemies to you.
Though it's not instantaneous.
No. It's a ritual. It will take a little bit to be put into effect. And many of them will be attempting to stop you.
Let's see.
So, as token of my gratitude, I would like to arm you all with a little extra something.
Ooh, how exciting.
Mm-hmm. You each get to pick one legendary item of your choice.
Very nice.
Tlachtga, gain another inspiration.
Yeah, just kidding. Just kidding.
I see the cat. Inspiration it is.
Also, loving Thybegon's comments about how Wei ends up in the planes, the other planes of existence.
Funky.
Alrighty, any other questions for her?
Rosanhi,
I do have one.
wait, no.
With this ritual, since we will be the ones to perform it, would all of us go through, disappear as well?
No. It will only take great creatures of great power. That includes the dragons, the demons, any other great creatures. And you yourselves, while you have great power, are the true inheritors of the mortal plane. And so you will thankfully not be taken away from this.
She nods.
Does that include you?
It would. But my sisters and I have a purpose here, and I do not wish to brag, but we do have the power akin to gods, and so we do have the ability to make ourselves stay. Plus, I kind of understand exactly everything about this spell, so it's kind of easy to counter.
I see.
So when the spell is cast, what happens to the tokens?
You needn't worry about them. They will return to us eventually.
Yeah, 'cause that wouldn't be good if they kind of disappeared too.
They may disappear to you, but they will return to us.
But your holiness? Is that how you want to be called?
Call me Rune.
Rune. You just said that you have a way you can not go, and that you can bestow that to someone else. Can't you do that for Chiso?
I can attempt, if you so wish.
Yes?
Well,
It does come with consequences, though.
I do worry about, like, if Wei does not go, it's possible for her to stay. I worry about the others of her kind. I wouldn't want her to be alone if they, well, actually we may not know that we'll be sent together, but it's probably more likely that we would be together if we got separated. Does that make sense?
The other bearers, you mean?
Yes.
I can assure you that this spell will actually be in the favor. As of right now, and you see her lift her head up high, and she kind of looks up across the tops of the trees, and she goes, 2 of them have already been lost.
And then just not gone, correct?
The hearts themselves are lost. And I
Okay,
don't
so-
think you wish to know what happened to the bearers.
I'd like to figure that myself, yes.
There's one other still traversing.
Well, I know they are very powerful things, and I would not like them to fall into any hand, so I guess if that's me going somewhere, I wouldn't mind staying, It's such a beautiful place here, the material plane, But I hope it's somewhere cool. I don't do so well in the heat, as you can tell.
Understandable.
Tlachtga scrunches her nose when he says, "It's such a beautiful place here." I'm unimpressed.
Love that. Oh. And she says, I can attempt to allow you to stay here, though my powers can only go so far. If you wish to remain from this, you may... knowledge of you will be erased from history.
If I stay,
Yes. Knowledge of Wei, knowledge of the bearers. Their great power will be lost.
he'd like to speak to Wei at this time.
Wei pops up and she goes, well, that's not very... Is that on my end?
No, I think it's David's mic.
I think it's Dave.
Oh no.
Just give it the good old unplug and plug it back in.
Yeah, it's crunchy.
Wei does pipe up, and she, as you want to speak with her, she goes, "It is a shame what knowledge does, but it is sad to hear what may be happening to us, Chiso." Yes, I can't hear you.
Sometimes when the mic is unplugged and plugged back in, it has a hard time reconnecting.
If
I
you
usually
would
have
like
to
to, you
leave
can
and
probably
rejoin.
try disconnecting from the call and coming back in.
Yeah, it usually works for me.
Okay. We will continue this conversation with Wei in just a moment.
Man. Again, Wei just likes shenaniganizing things.
Yeah, she's a shenanigan.
How's that?
Yes, much better. We can
Okay.
hear you.
Awesome.
Alrighty. So,
So
Wei
he'll
says
say-
that to you.
Okay. So he'll say, but if we attempt to stay, it'll erase all memory and thought and any information about us. But is that a good thing? It protects you, I guess.
It's very difficult to know which way is the right. I guess, Chiso, we've traveled together a long time now. I trust your judgment. And like a river, the way is to continue to move forward. It may twist and turn, and there may be a fork up ahead. But either way, it leads to the ocean. It leads to the sea. So, I cannot tell you which one is the correct way to go. The correct way. But I do trust you and your judgment, Chiso. You've proved to be a remarkable bearer of the heart of the sea. One that I would deem unforgettable. I trust your
fair.
judgment.
And he'll just nod slowly, and he'll turn his attention back to Rune. I don't think anybody should be forgotten. I think it's very important to remember those of the past. And though I do not wish to be attempt to stay, if it would cause the disappearance of, and he'll look down at his wrist, at the bracelet, of her memory, it is not worth the risk.
Knowledge nods and agrees. She says, I can at least do this one thing for you. And you notice that she taps both your shoulders with her horn, and you see this shimmer of light. And she says, you will not go to a plane that would instantly kill you. I can assure you of that.
Ooh, that's nice. Thank you.
Okay. Anything else?
Yeah, so Caecian, after people have sort of asked around, he would ask, and what have I suppose since I have you here, I've been searching for an answer to this question for quite some time, but where did my people come from? And he gestures to the marks on his cheeks. He says, we're very different from most elves, but I am unsure of our exact upbringing. I was born with these marks, and many of my people recount the same experience. Do you know of where this came from?
She looks to you and her eyes meet yours, and you feel this connection as she comes to understand you and your people. And she says, you know, one other of your people have come here before asking the same question. And they left quite some time ago. Do not be fearful or wary of your marks, for they are something to take great pride in. The marks are the marks of Heifer. You've been blessed by the God of prosperity himself.
Suppose it figures it would be something along those lines.
You should not fear for your family that is heading out west. Due to this blessing, they will find a home, and they will be safe. I do believe that they carry something with them that will safeguard them all their days. A couple things, in fact, which you know of.
Yes.
Though I do make this one warning for you and your people. Beware of anger, and beware of pride. For if it shall overcome your prosperity, well, I can say that they shall lose that prosperity. The very heartstone they hold will be corrupted, and your people will lose their way. And lose their very way of life.
I see. Well, I
Do not
appreciate
give in
the
to
warning.
greed.
We shall do our best. I will continue to guide my people to a sense of humility and prosperity. We are a grand people. I've always known that. I will try to remember that we are still but people. And
She comes up to you closer, similar to the way that she came up and peered with one of her eyes towards Chiso. She looks now towards you, very close. And she goes, "The Balvaris name will be remembered, and it is up to you and your prosperity if it shall be good or bad."
as she's like saying this to him, he's like looking very deeply into her eyes, but like there's this sort of like very like visible discomfort that he sets off, like, and his eyes occasionally will like dart to the side to like break contact with her gaze, as if he's not entirely sure of himself, of like what he will do. He then bolsters himself and he says, I will serve my people all of my days. I will guide them as best as I can to be a virtuous and a humble people.
Good. That's what I'd like to hear. I know that that will bless your people greatly.
Thank you. And he kind of like bows curtly towards her as just a token of thanks. It means a lot to me that you were willing to share this knowledge with me.
Knowledge can be a blessing and it can be a curse. Do well to keep it as a blessing.
He nods.
After they have their little interaction, can I walk up to him and like put both of my hands on his sides and say, "Well, I hope your family is much like a birch tree and not like a cactus," and walk away.
He like jumps a little bit when you grab him. He's just like,
I love it.
sure, he says.
I love this. Any other questions for Rune? No? Alrighty.
Now, Chiso is just in deep what's the word? Just in deep thought. Thank you.
I love that. As she does this, she says, "Well, let us go return with your dragon companion and let us, yeah, let's give you guys that token." And she's gonna bring you guys all out. You guys are gonna head towards where the fountain is. Rex is actually gonna go and she's gonna chill right over here.
A much needed chill.
Yes, a very, very much needed chill. Okay, I'll move you guys over here. You too. Okay. Torna, as you notice, they all come in over here.
Yeah, Caecian's like gesturing for you to join them at this point.
And Rune actually comes up behind you. And you notice that she seems to be trying to get to the fountain.
Torna will stand up and move from his position. He's just been here, also kind of contemplating, thinking. You can see his wounds, the scrapes and cuts from the battle that just took place. You can see them already already closing, with a faint hissing noise, like they're steaming a little bit.
Dragons. Yeah.
Is this a common thing that happens when you get hurt? Like that
For
sound that we would have
Torna-
heard before, maybe?
For Torna, yes. For dragons in general, not really.
Yeah. The Harbinger of Knowledge goes over to the fountain and she dips her horn in the water, and as she pulls her horn out, you notice what looks to be, at least from afar, looks like a bit of seaweed. But as she turns and comes closer, you notice that it's actually a grass woven, what she would like to call a bookmark, but but it's a grass woven band. And she holds it out and she says, "You may have my token. Bring balance back to this world." Someone's got to take it.
Someone's got to take it.
Rosa's gonna walk up and just be like, "Thank you."
It was my pleasure. Thank you all for, helping me. I'm going to throw the token into the chat so you know what the magic item does. I'm also going to put it in here. So it will grant the holder, the ability to cast Identify, and you can use it. Once it gains 1 use every sunrise, and it has 3 uses right now, and it holds up to a maximum of 3 at a time. So just a little magic. She actually turns to you, Torna, and she says, "So, have you thought about it?"
Well, I don't know what more there is to think about. I believe I made my decision clear.
Well, that's very admirable of you. If you wish to remain, I will give you this option. You can remain with me, but you would be erased from all history. But you may think on that for longer. It is an option. As such, I believe you are off on your way. Where's the next step on your adventure, may I ask?
Well, I guess we're going to the portal, right?
Sounds like the
it.
next step indeed.
I think we should try and at least try and convince the dragons to help. They won't be thrilled with the idea, but we'll need help.
I agree.
That would be a good idea. However, if, let's say by chance they refuse and they see that we're doing the spell anyway, we're already going to be hunted by a whole bunch of demons. Do we really need dragons on top of that too?
If we tried to cast the spell without informing them, then they would still arrive.
Well, do they know of the spell? You do, but do the other dragons?
His Loth knows.
My Loth would know. And I don't know how... I can't say how much they would have spoken of it, but they know.
Well, frankly, if it came down to the wire, if we needed to, I would be more than willing to stand against both the demons and the dragons. If it came down to it. It would be difficult, but we may remain victorious after all. However, it would be wise to first counsel with them and see if they would be willing to assist us and go through with this. I will join you for this.
I'm grateful. I hope that it won't come to that.
Caecian nods.
That is very noble of you, Casey.
We'll say that's how that works. He just kind of he gives a sort of a squinted expression towards you, and then he's like, yeah, no problem.
I definitely give you an approving nod.
Yeah, well, it seems that is our next spot then, is to go counsel with the dragons then? Because I do agree that we'd rather get on their side than them coming after us and trying to stop us because they didn't know what we were doing, you know.
Yes.
It is worth the attempt.
I'm also going to say I do agree that we should go and try, at least try. However, there are hardworking trees that have produced their oxygen. If it gets to the point where it seems like nothing's going to happen, we must not waste our breath.
Man,
Wise.
Tlachtga with the responses. Like, dang.
Now you know what I deal with in my game.
So good. I love it. Oh my goodness. Well,
Awesome.
with that, you all decide to go to the Council of Dragons in the Calamity Creed. Among the high-ranking members, you know that the leader of the Calamity Creed is the great golden dragon, Thruk, Mona's master.
So we have an in.
As you all prepare to do that, next session, we will be pulling up on the Calamity Creed to talk to some dragons. But with that, we will end tonight's session. I hope you all enjoyed and had a blast. What'd you guys think?
That was good. That was a fun time. Yeah.
I had
The
fun.
lore.
So much lore. Oh my goodness. I feel like I'm getting spoiled. I hope Dane deep inside of the chat is feeling just as spoiled as I am.
There's so much knowledge to be had.
What happens?
And yes, I do. Yes, Thaibigon. Also, I love Lady Noir's remarks. If she wasn't already hoarding inspiration, I'd give her more for these remarks to Tlachtga.
She already. You can either have inspiration or you don't have inspiration. She received inspiration 3 times.
You gotta
Well,
use the inspiration.
This is just.
Well,
Bye.
we had such a blast having David and Becky here tonight, and we are so excited to see them next week in the next part of our Scattering 3-part event. So please join us on Friday, May 24th at 6:30 Mountain Daylight Time. Please come join us, see David and Becky. Sorry, guys. David and Becky.
It works for me.
From Tomes of the Chaos Bard. Please come see them come back on Rosemary PG Studios to watch the Scattering event. If you love Chiso, if you love Tlachtga, Rosa, Caecian, Mona, Torna, if you love any of these characters, please come back and chat. We love you so much. Thank you so much for all the inspiration. It was flying tonight. And we look forward to seeing you next week. So, also, please check out Tomes of the Chaos Bard. Their podcast is amazing, and they are so fun, family-friendly, fun D&D podcast. So please go listen to them, and then come join us next week on Friday to come watch some more of them. So we love you guys.